This is Lane Brains with Cameron Klein and Esley Bus.
Dude, get this. So my girlfriend's boss apparently has, her husband was on the Contender Series, or had a fighter on the Contender Series, rather.
Ooh.
Trained a fighter on the Contender Series.
No
So
shit.
I'm trying to figure out who it is. They're
Yeah.
out of Cherry Hill.
What season? Do you remember?
She
they say?
didn't know. But
No.
apparently the guy the husband trains is really good and has fought in front of Dana 3 times. And Dana's like, well, get a couple more fights and, we'll talk. So, dude, maybe we should try to roll up Cherry Hill, man.
Yeah,
See
really.
we meet this dude. That'd be
I
sweet.
mean, I know our general area is there's a
Dude,
solid amount of opportunity for
Pretty
MMA
hot.
fighters.
It's a kind of a hotbed over here. I mean,
Yeah.
you got the gym over here, NPR, I think. Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure.
Let me check. I apologize if I'm just butchering that.
No, you're fine. Like, I know, like, Mark Henry's guys are over here.
Yeah.
Ricardo Almeida is based in this area as well. Like, there's, in the Northeast, I would say in general, the
Dude.
New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey area.
Yeah, it is NPR.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, CFFC out of Atlantic City. They're
Yeah.
at Parks Casino and Ben Salem a lot. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot of good guys came out of that promotion. Paul Felder,
Yeah,
Eddie Alvarez fight there.
I believe so.
Yeah, so a lot of good local talent.
Yeah, right. Guys, welcome to Lame Brains here. Cam, Esley, fucking talking some shit.
Yeah, always.
As usual. But, back to the fights. Like you were saying earlier, I don't know what's going on. I mean, last I heard, Joanna's saying, or her camp, is it? Her manager or something said, she's not going to make
Yeah.
the weight.
It's her. She's had a lot of problems with weight lately, man. Past years, it's just been a struggle.
The first Rose fight, she said the weight cut was what really messed her up.
Yeah.
She changed her nutrition team and looked better in the second one, so maybe that was it. I mean, she still got beat.
Remember
she just didn't get knocked out.
Remember she blamed getting knocked out on the weight cut.
Yes.
Yeah, and she fired the people doing the cut for her.
Yeah, so maybe that wasn't wrong. Maybe she was actually being truthful.
Maybe, but I don't know. And then she had a good weight cut. I heard the last fight.
Yeah,
I
but that
think.
was 125 though.
Yeah. See,
So,
I think maybe she should think about moving up.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I mean, this is the first time I think that she's missed weight, but the second time she's had an issue.
See,
Or at least
dude,
has claimed
she's
to have an
had
issue.
such a tough time lately since she lost the belt. Getting back. I mean, she's still phenomenal. Right?
I mean, she beat Tisha Torres, which she looked great in. She looked back to her old form. I mean, she looked at her old form against Rose too. Rose was just better.
Mm-hmm.
But then she beat Tisha, and then she fought against Valentina, and Valentina, it's
Yeah, right.
even a prime Joanna, no offense, is not going to beat Valentina, not because of technique reasons, but just because she's just bigger, stronger, just faster. It's just more of a size difference. It's too much of a size leap for her.
They fought 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
now,
Muay Thai,
total,
yeah. Yeah, and Valentina won
Every single time. Yeah.
She's a killer.
Fuck.
Her technique is so precise and toned, sharpened. It's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But
Good shit. So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with them. I mean, it was she tried to negotiate with the UFC to pay the fine since they Did she take the fight on short notice or something? I don't think so.
no, this has been
That's what
been
I
in the
thought.
books for a
But
while.
I think there was some kind of reason they were talking about trying to get the UFC to pay her fine. It was her camp reached out, maybe try to negotiate.
Didn't see that. Yeah.
Pretty sure UFC said "fuck off," right?
Yeah, I'm not
Right.
really shocked.
I don't think I've ever heard of them doing that. Have you?
No.
Of UFC
No.
paying a fighter's fine?
Not that
Yeah.
I remember now.
So, yeah, I mean, she's got to do something with the weight. I mean,
Well, I heard that. Sorry, I'm grabbing water. I heard that they offered Watterson to have it at catch weight, but Watterson doesn't want to do that.
smart, I guess, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I'll take
And-
30% of your purse if you can't make weight. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And
Right.
someone reported that they offered her either you take this one at catch weight or you fight Andrade at I think 244 or 245, one of them.
I mean, that Andrade fight, that's not bad. It's crazy to think that the champion is from China, dude. Have we ever had a Chinese champion in the UFC? I don't think so.
I know. I think she's the first one.
I think she's the first one, man. Crazy. I like to see her defend against like a Watterson or a Jacek.
Yeah, same.
I think she could beat him.
Same. Yeah, maybe.
I think it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, she handled Andrade pretty
fucking well.
handily. Yeah, pretty quickly,
dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like that too. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing her fight against Rose too.
That would be interesting.
But I don't know if Rose is really interested. I don't think she really cares too much about fighting. Honestly.
She's been posting a lot on social media lately. It looks like she's hired someone to do it for her, I think. Like, I noticed on Facebook, like, she's posted a lot of stuff lately.
Oh, yeah.
So
I've seen on her Instagram some stuff. Like, she did, like, a piano recital or
yeah, that was a long time ago, wasn't it? Like, a few months ago?
Yeah.
Instagram, I've noticed some activity, but never on Facebook. And maybe I'm just haven't been paying attention, but
right.
Who knows? So I'm really excited for Cub Swanson and Kron Gracie.
Yeah, I'm excited too, but well, first of all, the whole card I was really looking at it today. It is fucking stacked.
It's pretty good.
There are like so many good fighters fighting on this card, but the reason I'm not as excited for the Cub Swanson Kron Gracie fight is like I kind of think we know how it's going to go.
Who?
The Swanson Gracie fight. Swanson gets snatched up, his neck snatched up.
That's so hard to watch
easily.
For me. Yeah.
And Kron, that's like his favorite thing to do. Yeah. Snatch your neck up.
It's Ortega beat him basically twice. Like the first.
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
Saved by the bell the first time.
I mean, he barely got out of that.
Dude, when was the last time Cub Swanson won a fight? It's fucking heartbreaking. Don't give him Kron Gracie. Anyone else? Like,
yeah, it's
you know what
tough,
I mean?
Man.
Like, why are we doing this to Cub Swanson?
I mean, maybe they have something else lined up for him afterward that he's really gonna enjoy. Was it Doo-Ho Choi? Was that the last one that he beat?
Dude, maybe.
Because then who did he call out after?
No, he beat Artem Lobov.
That's right. Yeah, that was a fun fight.
Yeah,
that really was a fun fight.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Okay, so that was 2017.
Okay.
I mean, he was a killer. Like 2016, beating everybody.
He's still a killer now. It's just
absolutely. Yeah,
he was killing everybody. Then he got it propelled him up to a certain point where the people are just above. They're just at a different level.
Dude,
I know he lost to Frankie.
He lost to Shane Burgos, lost to Frankie, lost to Hanato Moicano.
Yeah, I forgot about Shane Burgos.
Yeah, man. That was a close fight. I think
it was.
It was a close. That could have gone either way.
I just forgot that happened, and then the Moicano. I do remember that one.
Yeah, he got snatched up.
Yeah. The Ortega. That one was
snatched up. That was Ortega's was just like that's like a beautiful submission, dude. He readjusted.
It terrified me. Like it showed me.
Fuck.
Like I was like, holy shit, this dude can snatch anybody up from anywhere. Like
he's that good, and he doesn't use it enough.
I don't think so either.
Yeah.
He likes to bang, dude. He's a gangster.
Dude, but like I mean, I'm not a gangster, so I guess I don't really get it, but like
you're from the you grew up in the same area.
But like, I mean, it's
so
like
you understand the mentality, I guess.
Not really. Not like him, like, you know what I mean? But he's just a fighter, man. You're right. The Holloway fight, like that shit broke my heart.
Yeah,
watching
I know.
It. Holy shit.
The whole time I was watching, I was thinking about texting you, but I was like, no, I'm just going to give him his space.
My other buddy from LA was watching the fight with me that night. We were just like, fuck. Dude.
Does he watch MMA or was
he watches UFC. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he understood the implications of everything.
Oh
so.
yeah.
I mean, I was nervous for Max.
I thought Max was gonna get snatched.
I didn't think he was gonna get snatched, but I thought like Ortega can really beat him anywhere. Like Ortega in that division can beat pretty much anybody anywhere.
Yeah.
But Max just showed in the striking department there are levels to that shit.
There are levels.
Max is on a completely different one.
Dude, I wanted to throw like a flying triangle or some shit. You know what I mean? Like just something weird, crazy. Never thought was possible.
Honestly, I think he could have if Max wasn't like 5'11". You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It'd be a lot easier if it was like Frankie Edgar or something. But I mean, he just sent him flying in the air anyway. So,
dude, who's Max fighting next? Oh wait, it's our dude from Australia, Volkanovski.
Yeah. That's 245, right?
Yeah, that's
Dude,
the end of the
these
year.
next couple week or months are
Dude, UFC's
fucking
fire right now.
stacked,
Yeah,
dude.
UFC is putting them on.
Like 244 stacked, 245 now stacked. Like Usman Covington. So excited for the drama.
Dude.
So excited.
So ready.
Like a soap opera. It's
It
gonna
can't
be great.
come soon enough.
No. And then Max Volkanovski, which is just an all around great fight. I mean, Volkanovski looked great against Jose. Beat him by a decision in Brazil. That's impressive.
I don't know. I don't know how that fight goes. It's gonna be tough for both of them. I think I don't want anyone to overlook Volkanovski because I feel like people are going to.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I feel like I am doing that.
He's
yeah.
that good. Like he's so fucking good. Like
he is.
people
I need
sleep
to
on
honestly
him.
see more of his fights.
Yeah,
But
I've like watched his come up like from I think like this year and last year.
right.
I think and dude like so impressed. Like,
I remember. I think the first one I really remember, like knowing who he was and paying attention, was the Mendez fight.
oh
where
okay.
He just put on the seatbelt, pedal to the metal, let's fucking bang, dude, and just threw down.
And
Like
he's so good.
it
doing
quickly,
that.
but like at first it was like a little bit of like a normal like technique kind of fight, and then like Mendez kind of started turning it into like a throwdown. Like he was trying to knock him out, and Volkanovski was like, "If you want to do this, let's do this, dude." And
Right.
they just started banging it out.
Dude, like, yeah, he definitely, like, held his own against Aldo. I mean, he's beaten some fucking, like, people don't even really look at who he's beat, I think. Like, he's beat, his top three are Darren Elkins, Chad Mendez. Yeah, KO Chad Mendez. Like,
Knocked him
that's
out,
fucking
yeah.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then
In a
beat
war, in
Jose
a
Aldo.
throwdown.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
Jose Aldo thing was by far to me the most impressive.
absolutely, yeah. It's
Like
a-
you didn't just like you didn't knock him out, so it wasn't a fluke.
yeah.
Like McGregor's wasn't a fluke, but it's just like we really didn't see like their skills pitted against each other
Yeah.
because it was 13
Too
seconds.
quick.
Whereas this like we did,
Mm-hmm.
and went to the decision, and like there's no like debate. It was like Volkanovski whooped him. Like
Yeah.
he's like he won. that.
Outclassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
He's
it's nuts.
Dude, he's going to be around for a while, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
not going
yeah,
anywhere.
You would think
He's
so,
just
unless
that good.
he just messes it up somehow, and who knows. But
How do you see the drama going with Covington and Usman? I think Colby's going to look like an idiot because he's not very good on his toes. You know what I mean?
yeah, I think so too. He seems
Yeah.
scripted.
He's so scripted.
Yeah, he like just when he talks, it's like he stumbles on his words a lot. Like it seems like he's like trying to think of something, but like he can't, and it's just tough. But I got to read you something actually that you brought it up. So I saw his Instagram post. It was from it was on my like Discover whatever. Is that what it's called?
The
The
magnifying glass.
magnifying glass.
That's
one,
how I
yeah.
know. I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about. Yeah.
so yeah, it's like all kinds of just random stuff. But it's hardcore_com. So I guess hardcore.com.
Mm-hmm.
That was the name of the page, I guess, his
Hardcore
website. But it's of what is it? Instagram or an Instagram page. Jesus, I couldn't think of Instagram for fuck's sake. Of Magomed. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Sharipov?
Magomed, like Magomed Karamov is his name.
Magomed Karanov.
Yeah, so it's two Magomeds and then Karamov.
Damn.
But Magomed Karamov is his last name. Magomed is his first name. So Magomed Karamov.
Interesting.
Yeah, but anyway, he fights at ATT, and it was just a post of an interview he had, and it just says, I'll read the whole thing to you. Covington said bad things about Khabib and Sheep. Omari Akhmadov and the translator approached him, and he's like, I didn't write that. My manager wrote that. It's just business, nothing personal. He's like that.
Dude.
You come to him to scold him, and he can call the police. He's not going to stand by his words. If you said it was he who wrote that, we could slap him to stop talking like that. There was a situation yesterday. Jorge came to the gym and was sitting in Colby's corner, and Jorge gestured to him like, come here, I'll shoot you. Colby was sitting there like a girl, didn't even stand up. There are managers with him in the gym. They don't allow anyone to touch him or even approach him. We've never sparred with him. I don't even say hello to him. He's a very unpleasant and arrogant type of guy. I have good relationships with everyone here, but I don't even say hello to him. Few people are friends with him. He often trains alone.
Yeah, that's not going to be good for
Damn.
Colby, dude.
No.
Time to move gyms, bro.
I mean, he's going to be fighting the fight of his life. Like this Usman's
That's not good, dude. I mean, all that shit going on while you're in camp and stuff, like that just adds to the pressure, like the stress.
Yeah, like first of all, you're now alone, so you can't fight against some of the best. You can't train with some of the best fighters in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like he could be training with Jorge right now.
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
You know, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, Jorge's not as much of a wrestler, but he
Right.
can still be like honing his striking and things like that with him. You know, like
Yeah.
these other guys, he could be training with Tyron Woodley,
Yeah.
but he burned that bridge a couple years
It's
ago.
over.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah. Dude,
Like-
I kind of respect the fact that he's just like, dude, it's business, man. Like, I get it. Like, I know the fighter's like, he'll take it personally, but part of me's like, you know what, for him just to like blatantly tell the truth about, yeah, my manager wrote that shit,
Right.
dude.
Right.
I kind of respect it. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, like I don't know. Lauren Mueller's fighting on this.
Yeah,
No
man.
shit.
Dude, there's good fight. Marvin Vettori fought Adesanya.
I know, dude. Marlon Vera, Andre Ewell, Tim Elliott. We kind of just abandoned the last conversation, but like, yeah, I mean, he's alone. Like that's
Yeah.
the gist of it. He's just. I mean, I see, you know, I see why you respect. Like, I respect that he knows what he's doing. Like,
Yeah.
like he knows, like, I'm just trying to annoy people. But I feel like at this point, you might as well stop because it's not working. Like, his numbers are still low.
Yeah, he's not. I mean, when he showed up with the megaphone, I mean, that was pretty fucking fantastic. I mean, you got to give it.
Dude,
to,
don't
that
get me
was
wrong.
awesome.
He still
The
like,
antics.
I do find him funny at times. I do
Mhm.
find his antics just because they're ridiculous. Like, they're so over the top. But
I wonder how long it's like been since he's like had a, like when did he start training alone, or when did he start having a bad relationship?
know.
You know, because
Yeah.
like he beat the shit out of Robbie Lawler. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? We
Yeah.
saw it live.
he dominated. That.
Yeah.
It was a frustrating,
Yeah.
frustrating fight to watch if you're a Robbie fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, he looked great.
He looked so
great.
good. Yeah.
And honestly, like, but even before that fight, he should have been fighting for a title. I mean, when he beat Rafael, he did the same thing to Rafael he did
Yeah.
to Robbie. Same exact thing.
Yeah.
He puts on this pressure. He puts on this pace that people can't keep up with.
I think Usman can keep up with it.
I think he can too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Usman can keep up with it, and I think that the style that Colby has, Tyron's style, is a perfect foil for that style. He
Mhm.
wants you to come into him. Like Tyron, he wants you to come. He
Yeah.
wants you to pressure him. That's
Mhm.
that's his bread and butter.
hmm But yeah, and then they're also both really good wrestlers. So I think
Yes,
it's
yeah.
going to be I think there's not going to be a whole lot of wrestling. I think like they'll be clinching and stuff like that, but it's going to be a lot of like striking. I think it's just going to be a banger altogether.
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
See, the only, like I think Usman would be willing to bang it out. I think Colby is
I think-
going to just his style. He always just kind of throws punches here and there. Or he throws a lot of punches, but they don't have like a lot of power to him.
hmm
And like as soon as the other person starts like swinging fucking heavy, he like clinches or he like dips out, which is the reason
Yeah.
why I feel like he's so successful.
Yeah, I mean that's what's going to happen, but I think it's going to. I don't think Usman's going to like let him drive him against the cage. I think he's going to
Yeah, no, yeah,
cut
I
off,
agree with
stand
that.
in the middle, kind of
Yeah.
no, we're fucking throwing down.
Yeah.
He's going to kind of welcome a.
I love Usman, man.
Me too.
I love
Dude,
like
he's
hearing
fantastic.
his interviews, hearing him talk, like when he was on Joe Rogan's podcast. Like, oh my god, I love him. He's a beast.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah,
He's got the daughter. That was great. She was in the cage too. Fantastic
yeah, that always helps
tearjerker.
with PR. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
but
he deserves it, man.
yeah,
He was the first Nigerian champion. Now we got two, man.
that's right.
Pretty,
That's right.
pretty gnarly.
Yeah, yeah. We haven't really talked about that either.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
Two.
Tai Tuivasa, what's going on, bro?
Dude, I think his career took a blow Saturday.
Spivak,
Beat the shit out of him.
dude, Spivak
Yeah.
was great. That was
Yeah.
a well designed game plan and extremely well he executed.
Yeah.
Extremely well.
I enjoyed the fight. Ty, I mean, is this as good as he can get? I don't know. I hope not.
Right.
But I don't know who he fights next. You know, it's
Yeah.
gonna be a low. He could be on the prelims, like
I mean, you said it
Yeah.
last week, and I imagine that's probably
Yeah.
what's going to end up happening.
And then what else happened? We had, of course, the big one. What was co-main? Co-main event was
That was
Al and Dan
Dean
Hooker. Dan Hooker, dude, annihilated Al.
Dan Hooker,
So good.
dude, is fuego, man.
He is.
Red hot,
That whole
Red
Australian
hot.
scene, dude. Something about these Islanders, dude.
dude. Him and his
Fucking
boy,
people up.
Adesanya,
I
man,
know.
just went in there and tore shit up.
Tore shit up.
And like just that entire. I mean, he had control. First leg kick thrown, he had control of that fight. It was like first leg kick. As soon as I saw the leg kick, I thought to myself, I'm like,
Fuck that.
uh oh, he's coming here with confidence. Dude's
Mm.
he's gonna put on a pace. He's gonna keep it at a range that Al doesn't like.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna pick him apart.
That's what he did.
That's what he did. Just trashed him.
Trashed him.
And Al's like
So good too.
he's a beast, man. He's a beast, and he kept going in there. He landed a couple shots here and there, but like there was every round there was no debate.
Yeah.
Dan Hooker,
Yeah.
100%.
We're really starting to see, I think, now across the board in the UFC, the new blood taking over. They're
It seems
you
like
know,
it, yeah.
the new devour the old.
Yeah. Like I imagine Raging Al will be around.
Oh yeah, he'll be.
Maybe he'll get a title shot at some point.
Mhm.
I could see like if but I don't see him like making a big title run where he's just ripping through dudes. Like I see it as more of like he might get one through like the champion has like no one else. Like they fought like the top 3 guys. He's number 4 and he just had like a really like the biggest fight of his life where he knocks someone out like first round who was supposed to be way better than him or some shit like that. And then they're like, okay, yeah, like this is the fight to make. Champ wants a fight, give him Al.
Who do you want to see Al fight next?
It's tough, man. I don't know.
Kevin Lee 3. I'm just kidding.
Because what is? I mean, I want to see his ranking now. I forget. Let's see. He's now 8. I mean, has he fought Barboza?
I don't know.
Because if not, I mean, that'd be nice. You know,
That would be tough. That's a
Gregor
tough fight.
Gillespie would be another good one.
I think he has a fight already,
He might.
and it's like a really good one. Hold on, I'll pull it up.
I wouldn't mind seeing him and Anthony Pettis either. Actually, that'd be nice. That'd
Dude,
be a
Gregor
throwdown.
Gillespie just got like a huge fight, I think. I mean,
He's a beast, man. He's on his way up too. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna be
Let's
tearing
see.
shit up for a while. I really wouldn't mind seeing Al versus Anthony Pettis. That'd be a throwdown.
that
That'd
would be
a
awesome.
throwdown.
Yeah, that would be a good fight. All right, let's see who he's fighting next. What the fuck? I'm pretty sure he just got a fight.
Yeah, his grappling is
Sensational.
it's very good, very good. He like it's a interesting style because it's not like the same type of style that like Khabib has where it's like just get on top of you, grind on top of you, use your weight,
Yeah.
and just slam. It's kind of like that, but it's more like to me it looks like not that Khabib's not technical, but Gregor's just seems more technical.
Yeah.
Like it just looks more technical.
Oh, dude, he's fighting Kevin Lee next. That's a big fight.
That's a great
huge-
that is
yeah.
a great fight. Yeah,
in
it
New
really is.
York.
That's a great dude because Kevin Lee's now fighting with or training with Firas Zahabi.
That's right.
Like that's
shit, that's
I'm
an intriguing
extremely
ass fight.
interested to see how well he does, and he's being put to the test quick
Yeah.
with that new coach.
Really?
Dude, with Gregor Gillespie, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, I thought you were saying like Firas Zahabi's really putting Kevin Lee to the test. I was like,
no,
is there some like
no, I don't think
press
he chose
release?
to fight for him. I think he's just it.
Yeah, no, but like that's dude, he's a motherfucker. Not easy to get past him.
No,
And he's young. He's like newer, I guess, to the
Yeah,
division.
to the scene.
You
Yeah,
know, cutting his teeth, beating the shit out of everyone they put in front of him.
dude. Yeah, who was his last fight, Gregor Gillespie?
Yancy Medeiros, I think.
I think you're right.
Let me check.
I think you're right. Let me see. Yep, Medeiros. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. TKO'd him. I remember
Yeah.
his fight against Rinaldi. That was the first one I saw him in.
Yeah.
Or no, it was Gonzalez because I remember it was a submission. I mean, I don't think I saw him fight against Rinaldi. Must have been Gonzalez, yeah.
Yeah, but he really put it on Yancy. So I think he's gonna be around for a while.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he's from New York, also.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
So I don't know about New York City, but he's from New York.
Right, the state of
Yeah.
New York, right? Look at him. Look at him. He's like really, a
Wrestler.
really nice guy. Like
Yeah.
on his Instagram, he like seems like a really down to earth, really, really nice, cool guy.
Yeah.
But like that picture right there, it's like holy shit.
He's a big outdoorsman, I think.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he likes to fish a
Fisher.
lot and shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, good for him, man. Can't stand it myself, but good for him. I like the outdoors, but fishing just.
You're not a fisher.
Nah, it just bores me.
Yeah, I think that's how I would be. I'm all about cooking the fish. I like doing.
Eating
I like
it,
cooking,
yeah,
grilling, all that kind of stuff.
But I've done it before. I went before when I was a kid. My grandma and great aunts, their sisters and stuff, took us out on a boat. Me and my brother. I caught a flounder and it was not big enough, so I had to throw it back. And I just remember thinking like, this is bullshit.
Wait,
We've been
why?
out here for 4 hours.
Yeah,
I caught a fish and I don't get to fucking keep the goddamn fish. Are you kidding me? I
dude.
was like 8 or something.
Dude, but see, that's where hunting's better. You just get really drunk with guns. Just kidding.
Just start firing guns.
Even if
into
you
the
don't
woods.
shoot a deer, I mean, still like hanging out in the woods, drinking
Yeah.
in a treehouse, like that sounds pretty fucking awesome to me, right?
Yeah, no, that sounds fucking great.
Right, dude. They
It really
updated.
does.
They really updated the UFC website really quickly. We were looking at the
rankings.
rankings.
Yeah, it did.
God,
It
usually they
takes
like
a couple days.
yeah. Well,
I mean, it is Wednesday.
it's usually
but-
Wednesday, I think, that they update it.
So yeah, we might just be looking at it right when it did it then. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Dude, did you ever think that the champions like list would look like this? Like so soon? I think Usman and Adesanya were champs way sooner than I thought they would be.
the thing is, I thought both of them would be champs.
Yeah, I think
Just I thought it wouldn't be when it was.
dude,
Now it's like,
Adesanya
fool.
entered the UFC, won the belt in like less than 2 years, I think. Or like right around
you're
2
right,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, like
You're right.
ridiculous.
You're right.
Yeah. Do you think he becomes the next McGregor
I mean,
in terms
he
of like
seems-
fame?
he seems more focused.
Yeah.
He seems more focused than McGregor. I mean, back then McGregor did seem very focused, but he's slow. Like I feel like right around this time was where McGregor started to get
Go off the rails a little
McGregor-y.
bit.
Yeah, he started to
I hope he
the
makes
train track started to wobble a little bit there.
dollars start flying.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding. I hope that McGregor
Old men
makes another
get
run.
punched.
Like that would be. And he had an interview with Ariel Helwani, and it sounded like seems pretty fucking determined to come back. But who and when? He doesn't have as much leverage now.
Yeah, and the thing is he may be determined, but he also has to, I don't know, also be a little bit more realistic and
Right.
like there's a difference. Like I noticed, like when he lost to Nate Diaz, like he was a different McGregor back
Yeah.
then. Even though he was kind of getting into like the charades and the circus
Yeah.
kind of bullshit, like when he lost to Nate Diaz, like that shit, like he handled that so much differently than he handled the loss against Khabib.
Yeah.
And like don't get me wrong, there was bad blood back and forth between both anyway.
Mm-hmm. There was
And-
always a mutual respect though with McGregor and Diaz. You know what I mean? Like they I think there was
yeah,
like
maybe. I mean, it appeared to be. I mean, they showed respect to each other after the fight and shit.
yeah.
Which clearly did not happen with,
No.
Khabib, yeah.
No.
But like when he lost that fight, like he was no excuses. Like I lost, he was better than me, but I'm coming back, and came back and to me completely changed his game plan from he was at the time like a 1-2 round fighter where he would come in, want to knock you out, and take his paycheck and get the fuck out of there.
Mhm.
But when he fought Nate the second time, like he clearly did his homework, clearly just revamped his game plan completely,
Yeah.
and prepared for a 5-round fight and won it. In my opinion, not easily, but won
He
it.
won. I thought he won as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know there's some debate there.
I don't think so. I think he did enough
But-
to win.
To me, but then he fell off. I don't see Israel Adesanya falling off. To me, he seems too focused, and
Yeah.
he also seems more genuine than John Jones.
Here's the thing that I've like heard from a lot of MMA fighters and like just like journalists and stuff. So I can't say that I know it's true, but it's just something I've heard over and over is like when they get the belt, your life changes. It's not the same.
Yeah.
Like your
Yeah.
life situation, your money situation, the fame, everything completely changes. So
Well, you immediately start to make way more money.
you make way more, a lot more media attention.
Yeah.
Right. Like people are
100%.
reaching out to you all the time.
100%.
So I mean, we're still pretty fresh in. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles it.
It will be.
I think
Yeah.
he'll be able to handle it.
I think so too. But I mean, yeah, we never know. You never know, dude. He could, 2 years, he could be getting suspended for doing cocaine.
I think
you know?
yeah.
You
I
know?
mean, dude, John Jones parallel.
Right,
How about that
right.
beef, dude, on Twitter? You see that?
Dude,
Beautiful.
how insecure is John Jones coming off?
Pretty
right now?
pretty insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is like every other. I do follow him, but like I don't monitor his tweets too much.
All right.
But like I feel like every other time I see him, it's either he's tweeting some like bullshit post like "How's everybody doing today?"
Yeah.
and then people just comment and he like likes it or whatever to make himself seem genuine, even though he seems like a sociopath. And then, it's either that or he tweets like, "Keep talking shit, kid. Like you're gonna get your shit rocked when you come up here," like that kind of stuff.
I kind of like it's kind of charming in a way. Like he actually takes the time to respond. So like all of those.
Yeah, I do dig that. I can't knock the guy for that.
But he also he's like, I'm not gonna beat the shit out of anyone. Like I'm John fucking Jones. Like
Yeah,
it would just
right.
it's like a soul with a deadly weapon if I
Seriously, dude.
but Do you think that fight happens sooner than later?
I
think it
depends on the
happens.
money, right?
Yeah.
Israel seems determined to stay down for a little bit.
I think he needs to get 2-3 title defenses. Then
Yeah.
we'll talk.
Right.
Jones stays in the picture. Jones also, new kid on the block, similar, not too far of a gap in weight class. And he's getting all the attention. Jones feels a little left out. Usually he's in the headlines with the cocaine, the hookers, the steroids. People pay attention to John Jones.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, now there's this new guy. He's talking shit about
Maybe
me.
he's just been buying a bunch of drugs recently, hoping someone catches on.
He's
just
like,
to
fuck, I gotta get some
I gotta get that in
attention.
there, yeah.
Snort a line off a hooker's ass.
But hold up.
Oh.
Just gonna move this. Fuck. This table's fucked. Hold on. Nope, there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Perfect. All right. Anyway.
We were adjusting the what is this? What do you call this thing? The main section. The
son of a bitch. I know what it's called too. It has a name.
oh, is that the box?
Yeah, but it's a mixer.
A
There we go.
mixer.
Mixer.
Boom.
Yes.
We had to
yeah.
move the mixer.
Yeah, it's on a cheap TV dinner table that I think we've had since I've been alive. So for at least 23 years.
Held up pretty good.
It did. It's just got the one. We have a series of them of 4. This is the only one that's jacked up.
All right.
Just the one leg is
bad.
kind of fucked up. So if it sometimes pops loose and then the whole table goes down. So I don't want that to happen with the mixer on there.
Interesting. So I don't know. Israel John Jones.
But yeah, I kind of see where Adesanya's coming from, where he's saying, I've heard him say that John Jones is calling him out because he wants to beat me before I can reach my full prime.
Right.
And maybe he's right. But Adesanya just seems to me he seems very real.
Yeah. He is.
John Jones to me never really felt real. He never really felt genuine. When he was being really nice and I'm a down to earth guy, it never came off as real to me. And I always felt that he just to me was insecure in who he was, and that's why he's and I don't mean that as I'm not trying to talk shit. I'm just saying that's the vibe I get from him.
Yeah. He's a great fighter, man.
McGregor, I never got that vibe from him. I always felt that he was extremely confident. And,
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but he also kind of put on. We've seen him behind the camera, but when he was on his come up, he seemed like a really down to earth, humble guy.
Yeah.
But when the microphone's in front of him, he just starts going crazy. But Adesanya, he seems how he seems on camera fighting.
Yeah.
It's just how he is, because seems like a very genuine, down to earth guy, but he also talks a bunch of shit. But he just seems like he's just confident. He's confident in himself as a person too.
Yeah. And he understands the business too. You got to talk a little bit.
Yeah. So I just feel like he's too to me, no one's gonna be able to bait him in. John Jones is to me trying to bait him in, and I
That's
just
what it
feel
is.
like Adesanya's
That's what
just
it is.
nah, dude, I don't need you, and he's confident enough in himself to do that. But
Yeah.
you never know, dude. I mean, they could offer him, shitload of money or whatever for this fight, and
it could
they
happen.
both take it. You never know.
Um,
We've seen weirder things happen.
I mean, look at light heavyweight. I mean, John Jones single-handedly destroyed that division, right?
Oh, yeah, there's
he
nobody, right? I
he-
mean, Jan
he
Blachowicz is
cleaned
the
it.
only one, or Dominic Reyes, excuse me, is the only one of those top 4.
No.
You have to go down 4 slots. I should be
Yeah.
saying. Let me rephrase it. You have to go down 4 spots to get to someone he hasn't beaten yet.
Yeah, and then wait, and has he beat Jan Blachowicz?
No, not yet.
And then he's beat Gus.
Beat Gus.
He's
Hasn't fought against Anderson. Not against
beat
Ozdemir.
Teixeira,
Beat Teixeira.
not Johnny Walker.
And that's and he beat Shogun 15.
Shogun. Yeah,
Not that
it's
he's fighting him again, but
I don't think anyone else. Maybe Blachowicz if he wins the next fight. He's not fighting DC. That's done.
no,
I think it's
that's
done.
too.
Yeah,
I think it's done. Yeah.
it's DC Stipe
over.
and DC's out.
Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like none of these guys below DC can beat DC. So how the fuck are they going to beat John Jones?
I don't even know if some of those guys can beat Thiago Santos or Anthony Smith.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely right.
I think it's they fight one of those. When I say gatekeeper, I don't want to seem disrespectful, but gatekeeper, but at the highest
in that
level.
division, it's always kind of been that way. Even a couple of years ago when it was, Gustafson, Rumble, like those guys are killers.
Mm-hmm.
But like but you put them up against DC or John Jones, DC John Jones all day. They're gonna win every time.
Yeah.
So it's such a weird division in that way, where like the top one, top two guys, it's been around for so long, and still the top one, top two guys are still like the leagues above.
It used to be the premier division.
Yeah.
Chuck Liddell.
Yeah, Tito Ortiz.
Tito Ortiz.
That was a great rivalry. Belfort, Vitor Belfort
Yeah.
was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Lyoto Machida, Randy Couture,
Yeah.
Shogun, like, oh,
Chael Sonnen.
glory days.
Light heavyweight
Chael
run.
Sonnen, the glory days, dude. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Cejudo, super cringy. Cringe Mafia. What the fuck is he tweeting? Fighting Valentina.
But he's also like too good.
He is good,
That's
man.
the problem. Like,
as long as there's no,
like, he's going to be around for a while, so he's going to be doing this cringe shit for a while.
dude, someone's got to shut him the fuck up, please.
I don't
Mighty
see
Mouse.
him going up the featherweight, so like
He's not.
I would expect him to get shown up there, but you never know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mighty Mouse, how much we got to pay to beat this guy
come back,
again? In
yeah.
my opinion.
Dude, I feel the same way.
Yeah, I think Mighty Mouse.
It's
beat him.
2-0 Mighty Mouse.
I mean, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he won.
I mean, I see how Henry Cejudo won. I get it. Like it was close. It was a close fight, but I feel like when he would take him down, he didn't really do anything.
Mm-hmm.
You take him down, DJ would get right back up.
Mm-hmm.
But
Come on,
he did
Mighty Mouse.
smoke TJ. He did smoke Marlon Moraes, who to me were the number 1, number 2 guys in the bantamweight division.
Yeah.
So
Meanwhile, Mighty Mouse having a field day over
the
in
real deal.
Singapore.
running through that place, man.
Dude, I mean, he's had good
Running
fights
through.
there. Like
They have been.
they've
They've been
been
more competitive than
more
a lot
competitive.
of people I think we're expecting.
Dude, we got to see some guys come over to the UFC and really gauge, or some more UFC guys go over there or whatever, because like they seem to be pretty fucking legit.
I mean, Eddie got smoked. Do you
Smoked.
know what happened in that?
He got
first
knocked out, right?
Well, he got TKO'd.
Yeah.
Because the dude punched him and fucking hit him in his eye. His eye was closed.
Yeah, I saw
But
that.
His fucking eyelid.
Yeah, I
split
saw
in
that.
half.
Yeah.
Ugh. Gross. But yeah, but then he won his next one after that. So.
Yeah. How many fights has he had? He's only had 2 there, right?
Yeah, but I think he's fighting for in the final of the tournament.
Oh, really?
Now,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mighty Mouse has had only 2
He might
fights
have
in
fought
one.
3 times actually. I don't know, but his last one was a good fight. I was watching. I had it playing at work. I was watching on my phone,
Yeah.
which I shouldn't have been doing. But, I was watching it, and he got like drop of the leg kick, like early on.
Yeah.
Was it a leg kick? I'm pretty sure it was a leg kick. I knew it was a kick. He might have just got swept. I don't remember, but he wasn't like really in a lot of danger. He just got dropped.
Right.
And the dude was on top of him, and he just like swept him over, got on top, rear naked choke, choked him out. Bing, bang, boom. It was beautiful. Beautiful. Loved it. Love seeing my boy.
Underground King.
Yeah, cutting through some shit. Cutting through a guard. Like it's nothing.
What else is going on in MMA late? So we got this card coming up this weekend,
go back
and
to
then
that
we
one.
got.
I mean, we can talk. Let's talk about Whitaker and Adesanya.
Oh yeah,
We didn't see that coming. I mean, we did and we didn't.
I mean, we picked Whitaker.
We
so.
picked Whitaker, but we could have seen.
Yeah.
We both said that like if Adesanya was going to win, it would have been in the way that he did.
Yeah, second round knockout.
Jesus.
I mean, Whitaker was like pretty. Like when I first saw it, I was like, okay, like maybe they could have let it gone farther. I watched it again later. No, dude, he was fucked up. Like he was done. I mean, you see
Dude,
Goddard holding the head up. Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Sad. You don't like to see it.
KO.
You hate to see it. You hate to see
Yeah.
it. Like honestly, when the first round, after the first round, when he got dropped at the bell,
You're like that looked
it
problematic.
was
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
And like when he sat in the corner, I couldn't hear him. I wasn't there. I don't know him, but looking at it, look how he looked like he was still like phased. He was still like, okay.
He said something to his coach too, where he was like, he keeps coming in or something he had some kind of problem,
Right.
or I don't know what it was.
Right.
But I remember hearing him say something to his coach where it's like he keeps like hitting me here or something like that. But
Right.
that was really
Dude,
fucking interesting.
He's fucking good.
Whitaker's so good.
He
Oh,
is, but I'm talking about Adesanya.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's really good.
He like barely threw when he punches that first round.
He didn't. He
He
really
just
need
waited
to.
and waited because like we were both saying it while we were watching the fight. Like he's just downloading. The
Mhm.
first like 2 minutes, 3 minutes of a fight, he's just downloading.
He's like, okay, well,
He figures out their distance, figures out what they want to do, figures out their footwork, and then he just boom picks it up.
I mean,
like it's nothing.
I will say this: like Whitaker did not look like he looked good. Whitaker looked good, but not the same as like he usually looked. I think something happened, like where he wanted to flush this kid or something. Maybe.
Maybe
He threw like really kind of weird looping kind of like punches, and it looked.
Yeah,
he was headhunting, and
he
like
wanted to knock him out,
and it caught up with him. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, it did.
But
I don't know. Maybe he did like he was tired of Adesanya talking shit.
He's and
he was like, I'm gonna knock him the fuck out. Maybe maybe it was I don't know. Maybe he just wanted to put on pressure, and because he wasn't landing anything early, then he got frustrated, and then was just trying to knock him out because he was frustrated. Yeah, it could have been any of those things.
Or maybe they're looking at the game plan, saying, okay, well, we'll really put pressure on this guy, and maybe he'll break.
Right.
And it didn't work out that way.
Yeah, then he just couldn't hit him, and then
he always is an inch away and just lights you up next. Yeah.
Everybody is like everybody everybody Adesanya fights.
His measuring is like absurdly
it's
good.
Insane. Yeah.
He has a like when he dodges a punch, I'm like, fuck, that was close, but I know he did it on purpose.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's like close, but because it's Adesanya, it's just like that's normal.
I think he gauges how much he can get away with, because like the closer he comes to that punch, I think maybe that leaves more room for him to just drop the person.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, I mean, I was freaking the fuck out at Chickies and Pete's watching that, dude.
It was nuts, man.
Yeah.
But
good shit.
I'm gonna do a Chael Sonnen impression. It begs to question just how good.
Oh my god,
is Kelvin Gastelum?
Pretty fucking good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
5 rounds with that dude, and he arguably won 2 or 3 of them.
He definitely won 2. I think he won 2
2
rounds.
Yeah.
I think Adesanya won 3.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I don't really think there's a lot of debate there, but still, he won 2 of them. I mean, he stunned Adesanya a couple times.
Yeah, I think I gave Kelvin 1 and 3. I think.
Yeah, but I know I gave him one of the early ones.
Yeah,
because there was that point where he clipped him and put him into the cage.
Maybe it was like 1 and 2 or Gastelum. I know he was having success early on.
Well, the one I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember the one round is when because the one he knocks him down early, like first or second round, he knocks him like into the cage. It wasn't knocked down, but he stunned him into the cage.
Yeah, he caught him.
Yeah, and then the next one he like head kicks him, and that like he was like just on on Bambi feet, and then he went in for the takedown. But yeah, so that makes me even more excited for the Darren Till fight. Like that's gonna be freaking great.
Fuck. Yeah, you'll really get to see how good Darren Till is.
Yeah,
Gastelum fight.
Really,
it's good. I think Gastelum wins. I don't know. I love Darren Till. Huge Darren Till fan.
I'm kind of feeling the same way, dude. I
think he's a fucking nightmare.
He is picking out a big piece of bubblegum to chew on, Darren Till.
Yeah.
Like he is. Like, dude, I hope your jaw's ready, son, because
Darren Till hits fucking hard.
He does.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
His style of fighting is fantastic too. Like Muay Thai, like that crisp, like lead hand down because I know you're not gonna punch me, motherfucker. Like that stance, like
Dude, I hope Darren Till just puts a run together and just finds his own in middleweight, fights Adesanya for the title. That fight would be fucking awesome.
He beats Gastelum. He's right in there.
Yeah, he's in the conversation.
He immediately in the conversation. Yeah. He beats Gastelum. To me, he's, in my opinion, in my I guess prediction, he's calling out Adesanya immediately.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's easy. Who else is that? Dude.
I don't fucking care. That's what he would fucking say, dude.
Darren Till, Yoel Romero. Holy shit,
dude! This is like where I was saying a couple weeks ago, like with Yoel Romero, like you put him against anybody in that division, like to me, it's a punishment for that person.
Yeah, right.
Like I don't see any. Even now, you put like him, Paulo Costa. It's like I don't know.
They like look at the fight like, okay, well, I'm losing the 3rd round, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Third round's gonna be fucking terrible.
Nope. Third round's gonna be survive. That's the game plan.
For the worst 5 minutes of my entire life.
He loves to put the pressure on the 3rd round, dude.
Dude, he just wins the third round
Romero,
all the time. Yeah.
3rd round Romero. He's like C-level Kane, Daddy Cowboy. 3rd round Romero. He just turns the fucking lights on, man. It's great.
He has such a. It's just he knows what his cardio is, and he saves it until the 3rd round goes off.
Does. Yeah.
4th round, lets it slide. 5th round, back on. That's his pattern.
He always looks exhausted, like a minute or 2 into the fight.
Yeah.
But then, like when you think he's exhausted, like they get close enough to him, and then he throws these just high octane nuclear missile shots.
Yeah.
That are like, I mean, like 100 miles an hour. He's just like whipping them out real quick, and then he's back to just doing nothing for the next like minute.
Yeah.
And then like another 15-second flurry of just craziness.
See, he gives up rounds that way, and it fucks him over. Because if he had kept coming round 1 and 2 with Whitaker, he could be the champion.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Really.
that's what's frustrating
I'd
with
really
Romero.
love to see him in Adesanya. I'd really love to see him in Adesanya.
Romero?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
I just
I don't think that's gonna happen.
maybe not. Yeah. I mean, Romero needs to win one.
He's got to
my
win a
opinion
couple
first.
to get
Yeah.
back to that belt.
Well, I think it might be different now it's not Whitaker.
Maybe.
I think it might be a little bit easier for him.
Costa beat him, though. Costa's next in line.
Oh, yeah. No, Costa's definitely,
Yeah.
no, 100%.
Yeah.
They were already talking shit to each other.
That's
Yeah.
going to be a great fight
is
in
gonna be a great
itself,
fight,
dude.
yeah.
Holy shit, Costa's
The
terrifying,
middleweight
too.
division's fantastic.
Costa's kind of like a Yoel that doesn't give up rounds, right?
Yeah, pretty
You know what I
much,
mean?
dude, yeah.
So that's
Pretty
what's
much.
pretty terrifying.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a really good way to look at it.
yeah. Like he's arguably. I mean, I think
Yeah.
he's terrifying.
Oh,
Like,
my-
Yeah. Like
He's, the same exact kind of Romero, like you said, except he wins rounds. Like
he can keep the pace.
muscular as
Yeah.
shit. Arguably on roids. Both of them are
Right.
super explosive.
No comment.
Not
Not that I care.
Right? Yeah. Right. No. Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
Let him do it all. I don't give a shit.
Dude. Yeah. Dude.
I would love Brock Lesnar getting a shot of steroids as he's walking in the cage. Then John Jones comes out, does a line of coke, gets in the cage, fucking throw
Dude,
down.
just like stick a needle the size of like a PVC pipe into Lesnar and just fill him up and watch him go. I would love to see it.
Just fucking like taking like a surgical glove and just filling it with just
like
mashed
a
potatoes.
like a
He's just,
yeah.
like,
The veins are popping out of his forehead and shit. Well, he's like bright red. Oh,
oh yeah.
that would be
But
so.
yeah,
good.
I mean, yeah, the cost of fight's good. Any fight at middleweight, even like if you put like, say some freak thing happens and Darren Till has to fight Adesanya, even that would be a great fight.
Can we look at middleweight?
Like,
Can we
yeah.
pull it up?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
just kind of see
Top
like
15, yeah.
what we would like to see. All right, so
There we
Costa
go.
Costa Adesanya definitely happening.
Yes.
Winner of Gaslam Till, I think it's Whitaker.
Maybe
I think
Kelvin,
that's a good
Kelvin and Whitaker, yeah, because they
winner.
never fought. Yeah, that's a good point.
Winner gets that. Cannoneer,
That would be even if Darren Till wins, that's a problem for Whitaker
yeah,
because Darren Till is long. He's
yeah.
former welterweight, but he's long, and Whitaker was a former welterweight too.
Yeah, Till beats Gaslam, beats Whitaker, title shot. I think.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, that fight was so fucking good the first time that they could definitely make it again.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And then Cannoneer, maybe give him a Jacare. That would be kind of fun if Jacare's not booked.
Yeah, maybe.
Weidman, or maybe you
Well,
give Cannoneer
Weidman's
winner
now
of
light
Weidman.
heavyweight.
Oh no, Weidman's going to light heavyweight. Yeah.
It's fighting Raz in Boston. It's a couple weeks away, actually.
Has Cannoneer fought Brunson? That would be a fun fight.
I don't think so.
That'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm still kind of surprised that Cannoneer beat Hermanson in the fashion that he did.
Impressive, dude.
But I
Cannoneer's
really
the
would
real deal.
I mean, yeah, either he fights Jacare, but like Hermanson just beat Jacare, so I don't.
Yeah.
If I'm Cannoneer and they offer me that, I'm like,
Cannoneer gets loser of Till Gaslam. That'd be good.
that would be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. I dig it.
Winner
I dig
gets
it.
Whitaker, loser gets Cannoneer.
I dig it, yeah.
That'd be sweet.
It's a solid order. Like that.
Yeah.
That whole division. So many fights you can make.
There's
so many fights.
There's order in the division right now. Like you
Yes.
you can work with it a lot.
Yeah.
So it's not like light heavyweight where we're kind of stuck,
Right.
A little bit.
Right.
I'm at the top, but yeah, I mean, what? Welterweight, a lot to work with as well.
Yeah. I mean,
stuff.
basically, I feel like from featherweight to middleweight, those four divisions are like
The best.
the best.
Yeah.
I mean,
those are the best.
it makes sense too, because like that's just the size of the average person.
Yeah.
Between
Sure.
5'8" and
Talent
6,
pool.
yeah, like between like 5'7" and like 6 foot, 6'2". That's like the average person size.
Mhm.
So it does make sense. But yeah, like I mean, any of them you could really do a whole lot with. I mean, you got Holloway fighting Volkanovski, but that's I would say the next one that's kind of iffy. That's just
That
because
is
Holloway's
iffy,
been
yeah.
on a tear. He's beaten
Yeah.
Ortega, he's beaten Aldo, he's beaten Frankie Edgar. There's a beat. Never mind. You can make that happen too. It's a beating Holloway.
Zabit's got to get one more, and then we're off to a title shot.
Does
I
he
think.
have one? I feel like he has one, doesn't he?
He's fighting. I think he's fighting Chan Sung Young. I think. No,
No, he's fighting Ortega.
that's
I
right.
believe.
That's a tough fight for Brian Ortega. Jiu-jitsu, bro.
feel like Zabit is definitely fighting
Calvin
somebody.
Kattar. November.
That's right. It was just moved. Yeah, because that was supposed to be in Boston as well.
Right.
Dude, Cater,
Motherfucker.
don't sleep on him.
I know. He's
Guy's
a
a
motherfucker.
beast, man.
Yeah.
I think Zabit's going to win that fight, but
Him and Burgos, dude. Pretty solid fighter.
they beat this shit. I mean, Cater fucking put Borgos in a fucking different dimension.
Yeah.
That was an
True.
awesome fight.
That was a good fight. Yeah.
I love that fight. But yeah, I think the next person, I mean, Volkanovski's a fucking big test for Max.
Yeah.
Let's say he wins that fight. I have Max in that fight.
I look at him as like a Frankie Edgar with more pressure, and you could say like more accurate
Yeah.
striking.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know if that's true, but I mean, more pressure definitely.
More
I
pressure,
think.
definitely. Yeah, I feel the same way. But I feel like no matter what, even if Volkanovski wins, like Zabit is probably going to be the next guy.
Champion.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's
He's gonna give either of them the toughest problem. He's gonna give
He's just a
anybody in this
motherfucker,
division, I
dude.
feel like, the toughest problem they're gonna get.
his movements are so crisp and clean. You know how he like just move. His footwork
Which is
like,
interesting because he's
so
long
technical. Yeah.
and like gangly. You know what I mean? Like usually, like Stefan Struve, long dude, uncoordinated. Like let's be honest.
It's just hard to move your body when you're that
'cause
big.
You're big as shit.
Yeah.
And he's extremely long, but he can move with just such a crispness, like you said. Like he can really string some shit together.
Like when he throws like a spinning back fist, I'm like, what was that? Because it doesn't look slop. It looks so clean, practiced over and over and
It's
over.
like somebody else's jab.
Yeah, it looks like they've just done it so many times. Like,
dude, I mean, a knee bar from back mount? Are you
Right?
fucking kidding me?
dude,
Like,
what?
dude. And what's funny is like Aljamain Sterling did the same submission like a couple fights before on the same card.
Yeah.
And Zabit's like, yeah, I could do that too, and just whipped it out.
Dude,
Like, ugh.
apparently Zabit's brother is training with Mark Henry too, and is a beast.
Yeah, I've heard that. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget his name. But yeah,
Something
I
I
have
can't
heard
pronounce
that.
correctly.
Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty much.
Just
pretty
because I'm
much it.
stupid.
Yeah, aren't we all?
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I'm very excited. There's just so much to look forward to. I mean, this weekend. Let's go back to this card this weekend. So obviously we don't know what's going on with Joanna, but I'm just gonna. Okay, Jesus. Run through it real quick, just to say all the names that are on it. So we get Joanna, Michelle, Cub Swanson, Kron Gracie. We talked about that. Thomas Gifford, Mike Davis. I'm familiar with Gifford, but not Davis.
Yeah.
Mackenzie Dern, her return. Holy shit.
Dude, how do you think that's gonna go? Do you think Dern smokes her?
I don't know enough about Amanda Rise or Rebus. Shows you how much I know. I don't even see her name.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the bigger question is Mackenzie Dern going to make weight?
Yeah.
I mean,
what is
how
this?
do
Is
you-
at 15? 150?
Yeah. You miss weight before, and you're claiming you're going to be able to make weight 4 years or 4 months after you gave birth?
No, dude.
That's like you couldn't do it before. Like, it's going to be tough, man.
Dude.
So, and I feel like even if she does make weight, she's still bigger. Like, she's just, to me, not naturally like a straw weight. She's like a bigger person.
She's like kind of like an Andrade, kind of like tank kind of a figure. Like not like to say she's fat, but she's got muscle. you know?
I would say she's bigger than Andrade.
Yeah. So like, think about moving up.
Yeah.
Striking's not there yet, but jiu-jitsu's there. We're
Jiu-jitsu's
clean.
there.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're
and
straight.
again, the size helps in the grappling.
They're better. She's better than most people in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
In the
But,
UFC.
I mean, I would say Mackenzie's probably gonna take it. But,
Luis Pena, we need to get a win, dude.
Yeah.
Violent Bob Ross.
Yeah, you gotta increase that brand. You gotta get some W's.
Dude, we gotta get some wins. Eric Anders making his return.
Against Gerald Mershart. Remember that dude? He was in Newark, right?
Yeah, I do remember him.
That's a wrestling throwdown right there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna root for Anders though.
I always root for Anders, man.
Yeah.
I like him.
Olivia's her brother has met him and trained with him on a couple occasions.
Oh,
Apparently
nice.
He's a really, 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 really nice dude.
Yeah.
Really down to earth. Nico Price, James Vick. What?
Nico Price.
On the prelims?
Just a psycho, dude.
Weird. Like that's just so like that's like eating ice cream as your entree.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet. I'm so excited for that.
Nico reminds me of Tony Ferguson so much.
Because he's a fucking psycho.
Yeah.
Dude, he knocked someone out from off his back from guard.
Yeah, right.
Like just like
Yeah,
like
I remember that.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, that one just screams violence. James Vick, his first fight at welterweight, it's going to be interesting to see how, if the weight cut was affecting him there.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause,
Max
he is a
Griffin.
big dude. But anyway, sorry. Yeah,
Ryan
Max
Spann.
Griffin, another
Yeah.
one. Yeah, Ryan Spann.
Yeah, this is a really good card.
Dude, Tim Elliott's return. Flyweight division.
Dude, these are on the prelims?
Yeah, Figueiredo against
Dude,
Figueiredo. Dude.
This is
yeah.
like a really good, like, it's not like the biggest names, but it's super consistent all the way
Exactly,
through. Like,
yeah.
it's just solid.
And like if you follow MMA, you follow the UFC. Like these guys are all fucking killers. Like,
Yeah, they're all good.
almost every person on this card.
JJ Aldrich, killer. Marvin Vettori, killer. I know. I've seen Hector Aldana fight before.
Dude, Marlon Vera.
Marlon Vera is really fucking good,
Another
too.
one.
Yeah. They're all good.
I'm so excited for Tim Elliott's comeback, dude. I'm glad the flyweight division's coming back.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. That's good. I don't know. I don't. They're just not. They don't get the attention they deserve.
And I think it's
And I think the skill level. I mean, they're definitely higher level. Bantamweight, not bantamweight, featherweight, lightweight. Those 4 divisions you talked about. It's like
those
so
ones
much more
are-
exciting.
Yeah, and again, there's just not as many people that are smaller as small flyweights.
Dillashaw's got to come back and make bantamweight exciting again. You know what I mean? Like, it's just
Yeah.
kind of fallen off lately. I
Yeah.
think
I mean, he wants a title shot right out the gate.
it's
It's a
gonna be
big
tough.
ask, dude.
Big ask.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get it.
Yeah, I think he takes another fight. He's out for what? He's only out for 12 months or something, right? 14.
I thought it was 2 years.
2 years. That's a huge. Was it?
I thought, yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
Fuck,
Because the
dude.
thing he was doing at EPO is like you can only administer that through injection.
For you're doing it for cheating.
So you're there's no like, oh, I had a tainted supplement. Like no, they just want to be tainted.
Yeah.
2 years.
Holy fuck! You're right. I forgot. How many months has it been? How long has he been out?
I think it was
See.
April. Not long,
No,
dude.
we got a long way
It's
to
only
go.
been 6 months. He's still got
I don't give a
18
shit what he was
months, man.
doing, dude. Just make this shit exciting again. I just want to
Miss Pride, man.
Right.
They said, what's in your piss? Yeah, it's fine. Just get in there.
Whatever, dude.
I mean, we don't give a shit. As long as you can show up on fight day, we don't give a shit. But yeah.
Do you think Faber takes another fight?
Yeah. Why
Yeah,
wouldn't he?
one more.
I think he wants TJ.
TJ.
Yeah. I think he's
Dude.
like, yeah, fuck that guy. Like
Did you know how that TJ would? I think TJ beats the shit out of him.
TJ with nothing in his system and hungover is gonna fucking beat your eyes. Faber.
You
No
think
offense,
so?
Dude. Like Faber, you're great. He's a killer. He definitely surprised me in his last
Built
fight.
the sport off his
Built
back.
the sport off of his back, 100%. He's a beast.
Yeah.
Great dude. But he's also like 40.
Right.
And
It's time to hang him up,
can't
dude.
keep up with Dominic. He couldn't keep up with Dominic Cruz when he was in his prime.
Mhm.
He couldn't. Who was the other dude he fought and lost against? Jimmy Rivera. He lost to Jimmy Rivera
Right.
as well. Like, it's just not your time, buddy. It's not your
Yeah.
time.
I wonder how TJ. Do you think TJ bounces back, or do you think we get a fucking Chad Mendez situation where he like does well at first and then quits?
And then
he
it's
gets
just like,
beat.
yeah, I'm done.
Because 2 years, that's a
a long
huge.
time.
That's a huge blow to your
It's a
career.
long
2
time.
years is.
I don't know.
People forget, man.
But he's seen like Chad Mendez has always kind of seemed like a dude, even for like Team Alpha Male, very secure in himself. Like he never really needed.
Yeah.
Kind of like I was talking about Adesanya compared to Jones, where like Jones seemed Jones seems like insecure, and Adesanya seems confident in himself. I feel like it's the same with like
Dillashaw Garbrandt. Garbrandt's insecure.
yeah, kind of like that. But like I just
Yeah.
feel like Chad was always kind of that way, where he was like, he doesn't really need this shit. Like he wants it, he wants to
Right.
compete, but like it was a thing of like he's still confident in himself.
He can go hunting and do. He's got other ways to make
Yeah,
money.
other shit other things that he enjoys. Whereas like TJ, to me, he seems like a psychopath.
Yeah.
Like not like a psychopath, but just super
He's
like
the
ultra
insecure one.
competitive.
You're saying he's insecure.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
I'm saying like he's the John
Interesting.
Jones to Chad Mendez's Israel
Okay.
Adesanya. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Maybe
yeah,
not like
yeah.
direct, not
as
same
bad.
ratio,
Yeah,
not as bad.
yeah,
no,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like, I just feel like TJ's he's not gonna want to come back and fight like maybe once or twice, and they'd be like, I'm done. He's gonna want to come back and be like, I want to fucking run through this division.
I think he give him the number one contender, and then a
Yeah.
title shot. That's what I would do.
I think they might get some flack for it, but they're still gonna do it. Like they're probably gonna get
Yeah.
some flack for like you shouldn't be doing that because he cheated. And then
Yeah, give him
Dana
number.
White's gonna be like, "Go fuck yourself. We're doing this fight."
I love you, Dana.
Yeah.
Give him like the 1, 2, or 3 contender.
Right.
That would be
Right.
sick. And then we'll talk title.
Dude, speaking of TJ Dillashaw, look at his kid's fucking treehouse that he built for his son.
Dude,
Look at that
that's
shit.
like he's got too much time on his hands, dude.
That's EPO energy.
Did he build
into
that
fucking
himself?
Construction. I don't know. It doesn't say. But like, dude, that's like a 4-story fucking house. That's
Dude,
like a 3-story
how much-
house.
Dude, you better save your money, bro.
Like,
I mean,
Jesus.
you gotta have a job for 2 years.
Well, he's got that new training program.
And he's got the gym.
got the
Yeah, must be
gym.
doing well, dude.
Yeah. I mean, he had that champ money for a while.
He did have the champ money for a while.
Yeah, a couple times too. It was the second time he had it too.
Dude, I wish I could just live in that. TJ.
Yeah. Yeah, that's nicer
Take
than
some
my
rent.
house. Yeah. I mean, look at that thing, dude.
It's
That kid
One,
is
two.
like 3. Looks like
dude, like
he
he's
doesn't know what the fuck's going on, dude.
Yeah. Maybe that's also like his man cave type of deal.
Maybe.
Look, it's like it says He-Man Women Hater Club, Little Rascals hashtag.
Yeah, maybe it is his, and like it's just him and his son. But
Like inside of a shed, I have a tree house. You know what I mean?
yeah, right. Instead of a garage.
Yeah.
I have a tree house.
Dude, see,
Yeah, it could be.
I think if I get a house, I'm gonna have a shed.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah.
your place.
This will be the place. Spot.
What, like how big? Like, it's gonna be a shed that has like one of those nice ones that has like a bathroom and shit in it.
Maybe
like, you can live
like
in
a
it.
little house.
Yeah, like a little
maybe.
like a spare house, almost like a bed. It's just like a bedroom itself, but like it has a little kitchen area and stuff.
Yeah, or the garage, the basement. I don't know. We'll see. I gotta have a space. Though.
Yes, yes.
Gotta have a space. Yeah.
I think it's healthy for anybody in a relationship, 2 people to have their own little area
Yeah.
that's theirs. You're gonna get away from the other fucker.
Yeah. The good thing about the shed is like it's not in the house. You know what I mean? you know.
So it's like
it's
you're
like an
literally at a
extra
different place.
layer of
Yeah,
my own space. So I get the treehouse TJ.
yeah. Like instead of just going downstairs or knocking on a door, it's like no, you have to come out into the elements to get the fuck over here to get my attention. Yeah,
That's great.
but yeah,
I'm glad it's going well for him. Taking some good time off.
he gets a lot of hate comments on his
He's
shit.
not that big of an asshole. Like I get he's like cocky and like snake in the grass meme LOL.
Yeah,
But like I don't know. I don't think it's like that bad. And the EPO, I guess people say you're an asshole. What did Chito Vera comment on that?
it looked actually pretty like nice.
That's awesome, brother. Okay,
Brother with an ER.
that is sick, bro.
That is sick, dog.
Yeah.
Let's see who else. Do you love horror stories? You won't believe how creepy my posts are.
People
Fuck outta
DM me
here.
saying they lose sleep.
Dead Time Tales.
All right, we're clicking on someone who
Bro
left
just says, read my bio, follow the same fucking... Okay. Yeah, done
one
with that.
post. This is a Russian hacker.
Yeah, 100%. It's got to be.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, yeah, that's what TJ Dillashaw is doing. He's building houses and shit. But yeah, I don't know what the fuck happens with him, dude.
Do you care?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, good.
Because he could have had it. I mean, at the time he went down, it was like he was the best bantamweight ever.
Yeah,
Like
was.
I obviously love Dominic Cruz, and honestly, when he won before he fought Henry, what I wanted was him to fight Dominic Cruz, and I don't think Dominic Cruz had like earned a title shot, but Dom. Other than the guys that he had already beaten, TJ, Dom was the only one that's ever beat him, except for John Dodson.
Mm-hmm.
But Dodson's, nowhere near that level at this point. Where Dominic Cruz, he's a beast, man.
He's got to fight.
He does have to fight. Yeah.
He needs a fight.
We got blue balls by the Jimmy Rivera fight a couple years ago. Remember when that was announced? I was like, fuck yes. Dude.
Yes, finally
Yes.
a fight.
Here we go.
Just can't get healthy, man. It's tough.
Couldn't do it.
Like, what does he do for money? Like,
Again, he had that
His
champ money
comments-
for a while.
I mean, I guess he works for the
Commentary, the
UFC.
analyst
Yeah,
stuff,
he does
yeah.
that. Yeah.
I mean, that's the other thing, dude. Like, he doesn't need this shit either at this
Yeah.
point.
I guess
He's good. He's set.
I would just do that. Fuck fighting, dude.
Yeah, right, dude. As a commentator, he's good. I
He's
wouldn't
good.
consider him the best of the people that they have now. But as an analyst,
He's a good analyst.
I think he's one of the best analysts in the game. He can break down a fight like nobody's business.
I like that a lot. Like, he knows what the game plan is, right? When he's watching a fight, like he knows exactly what that coach is thinking.
Yeah.
Just keep him on as an analyst. I like when they do. I like when they do Dom, Anik, and then or they do Dom, Cormier, and Rogan. I like that.
That's good.
That trio.
That's good.
They do that one a lot. I like John, Anik, and I like Jimmy Smith too when he was here, man.
Oh yeah, me too.
He
He got boned. Yeah.
He got fucked
got
hard.
boned.
What's he doing now? Just YouTube, I think.
Pretty much what it seems like. Yeah.
Fuck.
It's bullshit, man. He needs a job somewhere. He's great.
Work for one.
That
But I
would be
guess you have
pretty
to
good.
speak.
They already have like a Joe
Seven.
Rogan dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do. I forget his name, but they do have a guy. But
Mm.
Dom, I mean, I think Dom's a great commentator too. I just think that to me, he talks too much.
Yeah.
Like, if you watch other, oh Jesus, fuck, if you,
Hey, hurt yourself there?
yeah, I almost ripped my fucking headphones off, dude. It's super jolting feeling. But like I feel like if you watch other fights, like and hear the other commentators, there's kind of points where like there's like spaces where like there's kind of silence and allows you just to kind of like watch the fight, listen. But like with Dom, there's none of that. Like he's just constantly going.
Yeah.
And like where there's times where other commentators might say things like they don't have the opportunity as much because he's like just breaking down step by step exactly what this person's doing, which I think is fine because it's extremely educational. It's just I feel like it's better used in an analyst standpoint. But I still think he's a great commentator though. Like that's the thing. Like that's just my one criticism of him. I still think he's a great commentator.
Yeah.
I love DC too. Rogan. Paul Felder. I love Paul Felder. Even
Yeah.
Anik. Anik's fucking great too.
Anik's play-by-play, though, so I guess it's a little different. But he's
Yeah.
really good at that. I think
He is, yeah.
He's got all the facts. You know.
Yeah, and like I like it's completely biased. I think Anik is better than Goldberg was because I think he just knows he's just better prepared.
Yeah.
Knows more. But I like Goldberg so much more.
He had the personality.
And he had these little blunders that were like adorable. Like I remember one time I forget what fight it was, but he was talking about somebody's wrestling and he said like he was like some say like it's elite and Joe Rogan was like no it's not even close. Like he would constantly like Goldberg would like say something and they would like goof off with each other.
Yeah.
Like I remember one point
they're like bros.
Yeah. There was a white guy and a black guy fighting and I don't remember the fight. I just watched like a YouTube clip of it. White guy and a black guy fighting. One's wearing white shorts, one wearing black shorts, and Goldberg's, like this guy's in white shorts, this guy's in black shorts, and Rogan's like, or this guy's the black guy, this guy's the white guy,
Oh.
and Goldberg just goes, it was Joe Rogan who said that,
Yeah.
like completely just fucking threw him under the bus. Oh, it was great. It was fantastic.
Oh my god! I mean, that's not really offensive, I guess.
No, you just ain't. I mean,
Yeah.
the one guy's black, the one guy's white.
Yeah.
But when you do say that on a commentary,
Like, yeah.
immediately you start sweating, the body temperature goes up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you think Joe Rogan will leave soon? What are they? Who takes over? DC.
I mean, I think they got the committee where
Yeah.
they're just going to cycle. John Anik has the play-by-play for the most part, and then
I guess that's how they do it now. But Joe
Yeah.
Rogan's really the staple, right? Like, if it's a big
Yeah.
fight, Rogan's on.
Rogan's there. Yeah,
But he's really just North America, so I guess.
he has talked about that he's like has been ready to stop a couple
Yeah.
times, but then like he just says that he likes it too much. So like he now has this good relationship with the UFC where he can do the fights that he wants to do and not do the other ones. Where they're basically like, come and go as you please.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Which I mean he's put in the work. The first couple events he didn't
was
get paid for. He just
been
did
there
it because he
forever.
wants it. Yeah.
And like he's so big, like he's such a big deal. Like, and he's
Especially now.
brought so many people
Dude, the
to MMA.
number one listened to podcast in the country, arguably the world.
Yeah, so like having him on helps their numbers.
Yeah.
It's brought people over, made people fans because of the podcast
Yeah.
and stuff. So
I mean, I love his podcast,
I do too. Yeah.
but
Podcasts are coming back, dude.
yeah, I mean,
I
I
guess
was going
they're
to say, yeah,
but they've been around for a long
they
time.
have been, yeah,
you know,
but
they're
they were
becoming
never at the
popular.
popularity
Yeah.
that they're at now. Yeah, podcasts are pretty big deal now.
I wouldn't say they're coming back. Rather, they're becoming something.
They're emerging. Yeah,
Emerging. That's the word.
Yeah,
So I was looking
yeah,
for.
I would agree with that.
All right,
but-
who? Let's do picks.
Let's do picks. All right. Do you want to do a certain? You just want to do like a certain number of them?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
they're all good.
We could just pick which ones we're confident in. We don't have to we don't have to do the same fight if you
Yeah.
want to. I see the Honors Mershart fight is really interested in because I don't know who I'd pick for that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mearshardt's a nasty grappler.
Yeah.
Really good grappler. But Anders loves to fucking bang.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's funny. Like I said earlier, my girlfriend, her brother has met him and trained with him. And he actually talked to him about him and the Roundtree fight.
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, like your last fight was a fucking banger.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Honors, like he said to him, he was like, yeah, he's like, that's why I'm here now. I'm trying not to do that shit.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So I'm interested to see like maybe his game plan is different. Maybe he's much more technical this fight.
I bet he is.
But I see Dern beating Rebus. I think the more
blatant.
question, like I said before, is she gonna make weight? Like that's what I'm more interested in.
Gifford, the hair, dude. Come on, bro. The long hair in MMA,
His
I don't
hair's
know
a
how
little too long though, dude.
I don't know how I feel about it.
His is like 1980s Metallica long.
Yeah. I was thinking more like 70s, like LSD.
Yeah, that too. If you slap a mustache on him,
Right.
put him right in there, dude.
Maybe he's going for a
Put tie-dye
gladiator, Roman kind of look.
Yeah, but did they have long?
Spartan.
Yeah, they might have had long hair.
Who knows?
In order to cut your hair, you use a fucking knife, so that sucked.
Dude, I think Crone.
Crone, yeah, me too. I picked Crone over Cub. Just
I feel like we're just picking favorites. You took Marshall. Or you said you don't know.
I said yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just got Crone because he snatches shit up, man. He's too good at snatching up necks, and Cub happens way too frequently that his neck gets snatched up.
Crone's been training with those Diaz boys.
It would be pretty. Yeah, so that helps with striking too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't know. You never know, dude. Cub could go in there and fucking murk him. You know, like that's the only way I see Cub winning the fight is by knocking him out, and I don't see Crone
getting knocked out,
letting him do that. I see
Crone
taking him down.
Number one rule of Gracie Jiu-Jitsu: don't get knocked out.
Right? Yeah. Right.
They're really good at not getting knocked out.
But Joanna Michelle, if it happens, I mean, Joanna changed her face, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah. No disrespect, Michelle Watterson,
Yeah,
but
I think so too.
I think this is one of those fights where there are levels to this shit.
Michelle Watterson looks like she's been training her dick off, dude.
Yeah, and she looked great in her last fight against Carolina. But the thing
There's
is
levels, dude.
Carolina's also been on kind of a decline. She lost her last 3 or 4 fights.
Levels.
But I think Michelle is at the top of the level that she's at now.
Yeah.
Like Michelle can beat basically anybody below her, but where Joanna's at, I don't see them at the same spot. Price, James Vick, Price by knockout.
Dude, Vic's been. What's going on, man? You had so much promise.
Been cranked up recently, man.
He got fucking slowed.
Felder didn't sleep him, but he
beat the shit out of him.
Beat him up pretty bad, yeah. But I am interested just to see how the non-weight cutting is for James Vick. But I see Nico's he likes to pressure. He's like you were talking about like Tony Ferguson. He's just a crazy son of a bitch.
Yeah,
like he's just gonna run in there and want to murder everybody.
Yeah.
Like you could put him. I feel like if Nico Price, they were like, we only have one fight for you, Nico, and it's your grandmother, and he'd be like, where's that bitch at? Let's fucking do this. Like he's that type of psycho.
Ridiculous.
Figueiredo
or Tim Elliott, dude.
That's tough.
I know it is.
I'm going Elliott because I'm going wrestling.
Mm.
But Figueiredo is pretty. He's got some solid jiu-jitsu too.
He's
though.
solid. He's like swarms you too.
Yeah, yeah. He's a lot of pressure. His last fight was it's gonna bother me. It was Holloway versus Edgar. I forget which UFC it was, but I remember it was Holloway versus Edgar. That was the main event, but I forget what number it was. But anyway, and he looked great in that too. But it was mostly standing up, and Elliott's a very good wrestler, and I see him trying to take him down, but you never know. You never know. Yeah, I would say that's probably it for me. Those are the ones I'm most confident in.
I think Marvin Vettori wins.
Yeah, maybe. Andre Ewell.
Oh, that's Marlon Vera.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
I could see Marlon Vera winning. Marvin Vettori.
Vettori, Andrew Sanchez.
I think
Yeah, Vettori.
Similar records though.
Yeah, Vettori's.
He's pretty good, dude.
He's beat. No, it's what I'm saying. He's a savage. It's something about his face that I don't know. Just
he's Italian.
that,
Just kidding.
Well, I don't know if that's it. Maybe I don't know. I don't really know a lot of Italian people, but I don't know what. There's just. I don't think it's ugly. I don't think it's like beautiful. It's just a thing. But for some reason, I just kind of raised my eyebrow. I'm like,
Interesting face. He
I don't
looks
know
like
why.
he kind of looks more Eastern European than Italian. to
yeah,
me.
I agree with that. Yeah, but I think it's just because like I don't think I've ever, how kind of faces a lot of times look similar.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've just never seen a face like that.
He just looks a little.
Not that it's a bad thing, but
Andrew Sanchez looks like Ben Askren. You see it? Holy shit! Looks
oh
exactly
my God,
like
yeah.
him.
Wow.
Exactly like him with a beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the close up, yeah. Yeah, that's it. I think well Ben Askren, his one eye is kind of like his eyelid is like a little like lowered, it looks like. And I think Sanchez has got that. El Dirte.
El Dirte.
Is his nickname. El Dirte has that little one eye thing going on. But
Love it. Oh wow, maybe Andrew Sanchez will win.
he seems to like
Seems
to stand up more.
Yeah.
Vittori seems to like to go down.
If you can get him down, then I think Vittori.
I always feel like when you're unless some guys like Israel Adesanya, just like you said last week with a rocket strapped to his ass or some
Yeah.
shit just flying through the ranks,
Yeah.
usually the wrestler's gonna win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're both wrestlers. Yeah. Or
So-
are they? Or no? You said Sanchez is.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sanchez has some solid wrestling stats, but he's more of a stand up guy. It seems like, but
No submissions either.
we'll see. We'll see.
Good shit. What else is going on in the world, Cam?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Chaos apparently. Iraq, Hong Kong, both are going nuts.
What were we talking about? China a second ago? Earlier?
Yeah, they're feuding with the NBA. You were talking about how Dow Jones is pulling out and shit.
Not Dow Jones. No. I think it's Dow Corning.
No, Dow Coring, some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
It's all Dow.
Yeah. They're getting nervous.
Dude, every time on Google News, I type in the news and there's always UFC stuff on there. Google just knows.
They know you. Yeah.
I feel like
Do you
Google.
really just type in news like NEWS? Enter.
Yeah, and then Google News comes up.
Huh.
What do you use? News app?
No, I don't really.
You don't
honestly,
read
I
the
don't
news.
even read the fucking
You
news, dude.
uncultured
Yeah.
swine.
I remember when someone asked me that one time when I was in college, like, where do you get your news sources from? I was like, ESPN, Bleacher Report. Like, it's mostly sports for this guy, man. You know?
Yikes. Oh, wait, let's look at this. Let's see. Will October see a third country legalize marijuana? What's the second country?
What's the first? Amsterdam?
I guess so.
Or that's not a country, is it? It's a city.
Let's
Is it a country?
see. I don't know.
See, I don't read the newspaper. That's why I don't know.
Mexico?
It's illegal in Mexico? No, it's not.
No, it's not. Is that the third country? This isn't
no.
clear. Canada and Uruguay legalized for really Canada.
I
and
knew
Uruguay.
Canada was, actually, now that you say
Mhm.
that. I should have known that.
Things just like happen in Canada. Like they want something to happen, it's just done.
Done.
You know what I mean?
Again,
Yeah, sure.
healthcare? Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you know what I
Whatever.
mean? Like here, it's like
We want weed. You
argue
guys
a
want
lot.
weed? All right, have weed.
Yeah,
Come on.
right, that's how it is there.
It's
That's
like
how
a,
it
like
seems.
a like a divorced parent trying to like win the affection of a child.
I guess. Yeah, right.
You want candy at 11 o'clock? Yeah, here you go.
There you go. Yeah,
Just
we're
remember
better
who your
than the United
favorite is.
States, dude.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. Don't
Yeah,
go
right.
south. Please stay here. I know it's cold.
Ugh.
But even when you go to Canada, it's just like people are so nice and chill.
That's
and,
what
like,
I've heard,
My
yeah.
dad, we were at a bar in Toronto, and my dad was like so uncomfortable by how nice the waitress was.
That's how I feel.
He's like, he's like, we may need to leave.
Dude, yeah, I
They're just
I
so
can't
nice.
handle. Like my brother lives in Wisconsin. I visited
same
him with
thing.
before, and it's like people just ask like how you doing, and I'm like why?
The fuck did you say to me,
Yeah,
asshole?
Like, why do
Yeah.
you want to know, dude?
Yeah.
Like
What's
where are
it
you
to you?
from? Are you fucking why you want to come over or some shit? Like why are you asking, motherfucker? Like
Yeah.
you know?
It's like you just don't look at people when you're in New York or Philly.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Face
dude.
forward.
Yes.
Don't look.
Yeah.
People just like smile.
I was telling a friend like in college. It was funny. Like he grew up not in the same. He grew up in the Philadelphia area, but basically on the opposite side in a richer area.
Like south of Philadelphia.
Nah, like more west, like
Okay.
but not like
Outside
in
the
the
city,
But yeah,
yeah.
it was like far enough outside the city.
Suburbia.
It still takes him, about 30, 45 minutes to drive into the city. But
Right.
but yeah, he just was in like a nicer area than we are in now. Not that our area is bad. It's just theirs is like more upper middle
Yeah.
class, upper middle class, and then upper class. But he we were just talking one time, and he was like, like I told him that there was a lot of fights and stuff in my high school. Not a lot, but it would happen. It wasn't uncommon. And he was like, well, why would like people fight? And I was like, I don't know, just any random reason.
Yeah.
I was like, if you stare at someone too long, and he was like, people would fight because of that. And I was like, yeah, like if you would like stare at somebody for more than like 3 seconds, depending on that person,
Right.
there's a more chance that they're gonna like smile or just
You're
like,
gonna have a
walk
problem.
away.
Yeah.
But there's a solid chance you're gonna be like, what the fuck are you looking at, dude?
Mm-hmm.
And then shit goes down. And he was like blown away. He was like, oh my god, I can't believe that. You live in the ghetto. And I'm like, nah,
Not really, dude.
Those are just wannabes, man. Wannabe tough guys. But
Shit. It's ridiculous. Philadelphia's got so much crime, dude. I think it's worse than LA probably.
I don't know. I feel like LA is just too big.
It is big.
Maybe per capita.
It's really big. Yeah, it's
I don't
really
know
big.
what- I
It's
don't know
just
what
like the
per
thing about
capita is.
LA is like it's just all these tiny like little cities are like, oh yeah, we're LA, dude.
Right.
So it's like it's not like there's no clear like definition. It's like LA County is like, oh yeah, we're part of LA now. Yeah,
Right.
so.
But it's just
But
like
it's-
it takes like 30, 45
But,
minutes
like-
to drive into the city of
but,
LA,
like,
you're saying.
You would say Compton's like LA, but like Compton is not LA. It's Compton, but
Right.
it's still LA
Yeah,
somehow.
'cause it's so big, right?
Yeah, it's just a bunch of neighborhoods that are like, oh, yep,
like different sections, yeah.
we're a giant fucking city now.
I mean, it's kind of like New York in that way. I mean, like there's Brooklyn.
right, but those are
in
the
New York.
boroughs, right?
That's
The
true.
boroughs
Yeah,
are
you're right,
big,
you're
and
right.
they're like they still like roll up to the city.
Yeah.
Kind of like the all the gangs roll up to the overboss kind of deal. All the mafia groups roll up to Cosa Nostra,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like New York, which is like so appropriate.
Right, yeah, really.
They know how to do it out there.
Yeah.
LA, it's just wild. MS-13 cutting heads off.
Dude, yeah.
And no,
well, I mean, they're
no
organized
rhyme or
too.
reason.
They're pretty
Yeah,
organized.
they're organized, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe not as much here, but
No, there's like Bloods, Crips. What the fuck? Like,
are they even
they're not
isn't there a new one?
Bloods
Like I
and
know
Crips.
Kendrick Lamar says Pyrus a lot.
No, those are Pyru. I think those are Pyru Bloods.
Oh yeah.
They're part of the.
Because I know there's like different subsets of like Bloods and
Or,
stuff. that
no,
fight
they're
and
Pyru
shit.
Crips. My bad. Yeah, no, they're blue.
And I used to watch Gangland on Spike TV back in the day. It used to be on every
Oh, I
Friday.
know. Wait, are they Pyru? They're Pyru Bloods. Fuck, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, see, but how do you keep track, dude? How do they
You
keep
can't.
track?
There's so many. of
Everyone's
them.
just killing each other.
Everyone.
Doesn't
there-
matter.
There's like Grape Street Crips.
Right.
Blood. Like it's all fucking crazy.
Yeah, I've heard like in the worst areas of LA, there's like if you go on the wrong street, like look the fuck out. Like,
Dude,
you
I mean-
you go one block over, people are asking you why the fuck you're there, what neighborhood. you're
Yeah,
from.
can't wear a certain color. Raiders jerseys were not allowed at my high school. They just like banned Raiders altogether. No Raiders. No Oakland fans. Nope, not here, dude.
Damn, dude.
It's like stuff like that. Cowboy stuff was banned. I remember for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, Cowboys, which is
Why-
like a
why-
super
why-
big team.
why
Blue
exactly?
Crips. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
I just remember hearing
just
about
remember
it. Like
it was-
you
yeah.
couldn't wear certain things to
Jesus.
school.
Like our school, it was much more tame than that, but it was kind of like
Yeah, I mean,
I
but
thought like
still,
I always
mean,
felt like a lot of people there were very power hungry. Like they were just like you can't like no one could you could wear a shirt like they have like a gun on it or like
Yeah, but that's like school.
yeah.
you
Like I
know?
remember one time a kid wore a shirt that had like mushrooms on it, but it wasn't. I mean, if you know, but like they weren't
Right.
like saying on them like magic mushrooms or anything. It was just like a T-shirt that had a mushroom on it. Could have been a fucking Mario T-shirt for all anybody knew, but like
Yeah.
they were like, nope, turn that inside out or get another shirt.
I knew a guy that had like a Billabong shirt, right? But it just said bong
Build-
on it.
oh,
It just
okay.
said bong on
Right.
it, like the last part. But you could tell it was Billabong, like had the logo on it and stuff.
Right.
Dude, had to change a shirt.
Yep.
They're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Not in my school, bro.
Yeah, nope. Your drug is out of here. You're
Yeah.
a sinner.
Yeah, piece
Son
of
of a
shit.
bitch.
Dude,
Yeah.
have you ever seen the documentary Hail Satan? ?
No.
This shit was so good. You should
Really?
You should really
I love
watch it.
documentaries.
So it's a documentary about the Church of Satan, right? And their whole thing is
into it.
about
I'm
like
into it.
it's so good. It's
Yeah.
like it's kind of like they don't actually really believe in Satan. Some of them doing it, but
Yeah,
they're
I
just
feel like
like
it's more like isn't it more like they're mocking religion in general kind of thing? Like
it's like their whole thing is like keep God out of the government. Kind of that's like their whole movement, and like they
right.
just piss people off. And
Yeah,
it's so funny. Like it kills me. How
well, just
good
like
it is.
just by saying "Hail Satan," like no one,
Yeah.
people
So-
would freak out. Did you ever see that episode of Jackass where Chris Pontius was going around dressed up as like a stripper devil and like had a sign that said like
Yeah.
keep
Yeah.
God out of
That's,
something,
like-
and like some dude like was trying to fucking fight him because of it. It's like, Jesus, man.
People take like the Christian group put up some kind of monument at a college. So the Church of Satan, like, since it's a government funded college,
Right.
they're like, okay, well, we're gonna put a Satan statue next to yours, and they almost do it. Like they like bring it to the site and stuff. Like
that's
it's
awesome.
It's crazy.
That's awesome.
And like the government fucking listens to them, which is kind of great.
Yeah,
to be
well,
honest, because
it's
like they
freedom of
take them
religion.
seriously.
If you're gonna listen, if you're gonna allow Scientology to be not taxed,
You got to listen to Satan.
that opened
too,
the
dude.
floodgates. Yeah,
Like they're all for like kind of listen. And granted, there are politicians that are Christian, so they like take it personally. But
Right.
but they for
Or
the
at
most
least claim
part,
that they do for their
Yeah.
constituency. Yeah.
but I think they kind of hear them out to an extent more than
Right,
you would
yeah.
initially think.
And then I feel like they also want to avoid the headache because I'm sure like from what I've seen, the Church of Satan seems pretty well organized. So I'm sure there's like some solid brain power, some like,
Well,
lawyers and shit behind that thing.
I don't know. It doesn't seem like it like from what they
Really?
show, because like there's a bunch of different like satanic churches, I guess, but they're like the Church of Satan or the First Church, something like that.
Okay.
Hold on, I'll be able to tell you the exact name.
The official.
But it's
one
on
or some shit.
Hulu.
Okay. Yeah.
You could probably, you know what I mean. You could find it somewhere. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Well, no, I have Hulu, so that's.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, if you have Spotify Premium, you have Hulu.
you can find it. You can pay for it. It's worth it. Prime Video and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's about the Satanic Temple. That's the name.
Okay.
Satanic Temple, and they're like, one of the sects gets like booted out because they're too radical and stuff. It's so funny. Like,
Really?
It's all
Radical
real.
in which way? Like
They're too like weird and Satan-y. So like they ban
okay,
them,
yeah.
and they get banned from the Church of
performing
Satan.
blood rituals and shit. And
Dude, they're like
nope.
wild. It's like it's the Detroit chapter that gets
Oh,
banned.
Jesus
so like
Christ.
already it's getting
Yeah,
weird,
yeah.
right? But
It's Wild West out there. It's a rodeo out there as it is.
yeah. Super good. Super good documentary. I was dying laughing.
That sounds good. I love documentaries, dude.
Yeah,
I
Hail
can watch
Satan
documentaries
question
all
mark.
day.
I love them too. I'm trying to think of good ones I've seen recently.
I haven't seen a good one in a while. I mean, I really love sports ones. Those are always my favorite.
Yeah.
Sports
I
ones.
love the 30 for 30 like show. We've talked about it before.
I love
so
the
good. The Ric Flair one's so fucking good.
Yeah, we have talked about that one. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Watch it,
No.
motherfucker.
I know.
It's
Well,
so good.
where can I find it? Is it streamable or?
I think it's on ESPN Plus.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah, I'll find it.
you could find it somewhere,
Right.
somehow, some way you can find it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I like those Vice documentaries a lot too on YouTube. They're pretty solid.
Have you ever seen Restrepo?
I have seen Restrepo.
Okay,
Great.
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen. There's two of them. There's Restrepo and then there's a sequel, I think.
Oh, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
it's
that.
pretty good, too.
I've only seen the first one. It was actually, it's kind of a funny story. So, like, the first time I saw it, it was only one time I saw it, but yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's really good.
But remember, like, do you remember how it opened up? How, like, the first scene is?
No.
They're, like, in a Humvee, and, like, they don't get hit, but, like, a missile lands near them, like, or an RPG.
Yeah, they're like, fuck.
Yeah, lands near them, and then, like, it's on. Like, gunshots just start ringing out. Like, it's mayhem immediately in the first, like, 10 seconds. And, like, the camera's, like, in the bottom of this, or in the back, bottom of this Humvee or whatever, and then it's just, like, boom, and then gunshots, and then people are like, get the fuck out, and they, like, clear them out or whatever. But the first time I saw it, it was, like, I was either home alone or, like, I was the only one up. It was one of those things. But I remember it was at night, watching it by myself. It's not a scary movie, but it was raining outside, thunderstorm. And right as the fucking explosion happened in the movie, like a thunderclap struck, and it was a type of one. It was like one of those ones that was so loud the house like shudders a little bit.
Aggressive.
It was like right as the explosion happened, and it scared the shit out of me.
Thor laid down his hammer, dude.
Dude, it like I was like, holy shit. And then all the gunshots started happening, and I was like, all right, that was really, really cool. Actually, that worked out great. But
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's a good documentary. You ever see I was actually talking with someone at work about Super Size Me today.
Classic.
Dude, I swear to
Classic
God, I
movie.
watched that movie 3 times through school.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I watched it
so
twice through
many
school and then
times.
once by herself. Like my parents rented it from Blockbuster back in the day.
Shit.
Yeah.
Blockbuster.
Blockbuster, and I remember watching it at my house, and it was really good. And then I watched it in health class, I think in like 6th grade or 7th grade, and then again in a culinary class I took in high school. We watched it again, and every time I watch it, I just want McDonald's.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like he's like at one point throwing up, and I'm like, I could go for a quarter pounder right now.
My favorite my
Like, give it to
favorite,
me.
my favorite character. I guess they're not characters;
They're
fucking
people. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but this dude is a character. He's the dude who eats the Big Mac every day.
Every day.
He just slipped through the cracks, dude. He figured out a way. Like, I feel like that's me with like the public education system. Like, I just found a way. Like,
found a way with what?
I
What?
just fucking I guess it's okay because I have my diploma, but dude, I would just cheat on projects, just look it up online, like for
Right.
stuff like.
Well, dude, I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. Like, my brother was telling me how, like, in college, like, he would be frustrated because he's like, I'm the only one I know who actually tries to like solve problems. Everyone else just
That's kind of
Google. That's it.
That's
Like,
alarming, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would try, but like, I remember this one time I had a project. It was like for art or something, and I had to like do it really quickly. So I fucking found this like paper mache statue that my dad got in Tijuana that was made by some guy at the border or whatever.
Right, yeah,
and I
right.
just turned that shit in, and I got an A.
Jesus.
And I was fucking standing up there lying through my teeth, like, oh, da 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 da, like, oh yeah, I used this to like do the varnish and all this stuff.
It's no wonder you're in sales, man.
Dude, it's
Isn't that-
complete bullshit. Yeah, and they fucking bought. I got an A.
Yeah,
Got an A in the
right.
class. Yeah.
I mean, dude, I think everybody at some point kind of.
It was in an art show. And I had to go to the fucking art show.
That's awesome.
Yeah, people taking pictures of it and shit.
Oh, that's great.
I felt so
I love
bad.
that.
Felt so bad.
No,
I
I
still
love
feel
that.
bad.
I mean, it's good. Again, good that you feel bad because it shows you're not a sociopath. But
Yeah.
that's hilarious to me.
Yeah, it was kind of a hilarious
Because like
predicament.
art kids, like they give a fuck. Like they all think
Yeah.
they're gonna be the next Vincent Van Gogh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this
It's like
is
they work really hard and then they find out that
yeah.
you're up there just getting all like they can say it's not for the recognition, but it's for the recognition. Let's be honest.
And the teacher like thought it was so good. She like liked me from the rest of the year,
Right.
and she like invested time with me and stuff,
Right.
and like she like actually made an impact on my life.
Did
like,
she ever catch on?
No,
that,
she
like,
never figured
you
it
were,
out.
like-
No, so if she ever listens to this, I'm fucked. But right, but so good.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
It's
I love
yeah, yeah.
That's the kind of story that warms my heart. That's like a coming to America type story. You know what I mean?
And then for
That's
one
what
of
the
the
American
projects,
dream's all about, bullshitting and.
it was
fucking
like the thing. It was like
taking
a
it to the very top.
yeah. It was like a art class, but it was also like a. It was an art class for people who didn't or weren't artistic.
Okay.
It was
Yeah.
called like it was also
dig
like
it.
some engineering kind of parts to it too. But like we had to like make something out of a whisk. Like we had to make a sculpture out of like a little egg whisk, you know.
Right.
So like I was
Wait, like you had to use that as
and
a
make
tool?
make
Or,
something
like,
out of it. Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Right.
I looked it up on Yelp, turned it in,
Jesus, man.
and got an A. fucking
I fucking love that.
Whisk Crafts Dragonfly bended the metal, turned that shit in,
Boom.
done. the fucking Day of the Dead statues. That's the premier
Which one is that one?
sculpture. That's the one I just put in the art show. But it was like
Oh, that-
we had to make a
Oh,
make a
Day of the
sculpture
Dead,
just
holy
up from
shit.
like a culture. Right, that was the project.
Okay.
So I'm like, it's like Sunday night. Projects due the next day. I'm running around the kitchen. Fuck, dude, I've totally forgot about this. It's like 12 o'clock. I did not do this
Oh, yeah,
project.
dude.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
fail. I look up. I was getting a snack. It's on like this little shelf in my
Dude,
kitchen.
that is-
It's
this
sitting
is
right there.
hilarious.
It's sitting right there. I'm like, that's it, dude. I'm turning that
I
shit
can
in.
see you just frantically
I
looking
am.
around.
I'm like, that's it. That's going in.
Like a scene out of a movie, like a
Yeah.
camera's behind the vase, and it just you, and then like you sees you, like look at it, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
there it is.
And I turned it in.
The
Right.
answer.
I turned it in. You know, everyone's looking at it. You know, seeing who brought in what. Everyone's like, wow. This is really fucking. I'm walking in this room like my dick's 10 feet long. I'm like, fuck yeah, like I made this shit. I get up there, everyone has to present their project. I'm like, they're like, this is the fucked up part. She's like, what did you
this is
use?
amazing.
She's like, what did you do to fucking like get it to shine? I was like, I don't know. I just found something at Sherwin-Williams because I like worked there at the time, and they were like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I found.
I found something in the
I found
basement.
something
I
in the
literally said
basement.
that word for word, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's really neat." And I just somehow like got
Didn't
an A.
ask you like what kind of glue did you use?
Oh,
What kind of
no-
whatever?
nothing.
Like,
I just-
I just found something in the basement.
I was
dude.
like, "Yeah, I used some like paint."
Oh my
That's
God.
like what it was. I used some paint, some like varnish thing, paper mache, and I drew some. You know, the guy had a little guitar, so I was like, I drew the strings with a Sharpie. Total bullshit.
Oh my
Mind you. I didn't even do
God.
that.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
I'll take a picture to you and send it to you tonight
Yeah,
of the
please.
statue
Yeah.
because I got it back. I
Yeah,
was like, I
right.
told him, I told the teacher, I was like, I have to get mine back if it's in the art show because like,
Because like
It's-
I love it. It's
no,
a part of me.
no, I was like, I need it back because I'm thinking it's my dad's. Fuck,
right,
he wants this
yeah,
back
yeah.
before he notices
My dad
it's
bought this in
gone.
a foreign country.
He
yeah.
bought it in Mexico at the border or whatever. So I'm like, fuck. But yeah, dude, that happened. That happened.
That's great.
Yeah, any stories like that where you just blatantly cheated and got away with it?
I mean, yes and no. Like not up to that extent. Not like I didn't bring
Okay.
something in. And just that was not mine, and was
Yeah.
like just here's this. But like I remember I did not do math homework at all in high school. Never did math homework. Ever.
Never. Just
Never.
fuck math.
I mean, I took the most basic math courses because I just didn't like math. I was actually pretty good at math. It wasn't hard for me to understand
Just like,
it.
yeah,
I
I'm
was
good.
just
Fuck
like, fuck
that,
that. I just don't like. No, it's just boring and stupid. I don't want to do it. I'd rather. I was always much bigger into like the English classes, the history classes, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so I was in like just the normal math kind of. Like I wasn't in the dumb math.
You weren't
but I
in
wasn't-
dumbass math.
Yeah, I
you
was
were
just
in
in normal
average math.
And like I probably could have been in higher math if I applied to myself, but I was like, fuck that. But like I never freshman year, I think I might have done a couple, but I think actually no, freshman year I think was the last year I did do my math homework. But like sophomore year, my friend Eric was in the class with me, and I copied off him every single night. Junior year, same thing. It wasn't him though. It was my buddy's girlfriend was in the same class as me, and she would do it. I would just take it right off her. That year, I was doing some fiendish shit. We used to have study packets leading up to tests. They were basically the same exact thing as a test, same structure. The numbers were just
those
usually
are the best,
different,
dude.
you know.
Yeah.
So I would practice it, get it all down. Like I would figure it out pretty well. But there was some I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then she would always give us the answers like the day before the test for the study guide,
Yeah,
so we can
right.
check and whatever.
Standard procedure.
Right. So then I would write down how the problem was done, answer, take pictures of it. I would always wear a hat every day in high school, whether it was I usually didn't wear
I
a
did
baseball
too.
hat, but like it was a lot of times like a beanie or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Take that shit off.
yeah,
Mm.
and I would always have it on the table, phone under the beanie, just peeking out just a little bit. Teacher would always be just at her desk or whatever. I would just slide that over, put my arm over it, and I would know how to
Done.
structure the problem. So all I had to do was plug in the numbers. Boom, done.
I took Spanish 1 3 times.
How did that? Well, you were only in my high school for 2 years.
So get this, right? I'm going to lay it down. So L.A. took Spanish 1. That shit was easy. Could
Right.
do it in my sleep.
Yeah,
I
but you
moved-
grew up in a
Yeah.
mostly Hispanic
Well, yeah,
neighborhood,
yeah,
so
right.
Like,
So
you heard that shit in your backyard.
I heard it a lot. Yeah,
You
the
could have
streets
the
were Spanish
you could
and
have the
shit.
Conversation of
My-
curses, and they were trying to teach you how to say cat and shit.
My best friend's parents going over there, Spanish is all I heard. So I think I did that all right. So I got an A there, moved here. I'm like, yeah, I'll take Spanish 1 again just to fucking cruise. Take it again. Teacher knew exactly what the fuck was going on. She's like, see you in Spanish 2 honors next semester. I recommended you. You're going in. I'm like, fuck, no way, dude. This is bullshit.
Yeah.
So I go in, and that shit was actually kind of, not hard, but like I had to like try a little bit. I had to like kind of,
put in some effort. Yeah.
I had to like do the homework.
Right.
Because like in the first year, the teacher was like, "Look," she knew what was going on. She's like, "Look, you can sit here, like you'll be fine."
I
Just,
feel like they do.
she-
I feel like they do know because they know
Yeah.
when certain people know how to speak a language.
She
like,
was like, "Just
it's
take the test, basically," and that's what I did.
Well, I can't say who you had because yeah. Right. But anyway, go on.
But yeah, she's like, "Just take the test. It's fine. Not like you give a shit." I was like, "Okay." So I did all the homework in class anyway. So I was like, "Whatever."
Yeah. Right. He gives a shit. Yeah.
Right. And then Spanish 2 honors, whatever. Got an A. Went to college. My Chick-fil-A manager's like, dude, flunk your college entrance exams so then you can cruise the whole year. So I'm like, fuck yeah. So I did that. They still made me do all the homework. It was bullshit, but
Yeah,
I
that does,
cruised.
yeah. Fuck, man.
Yeah, I took Spanish 1 3 times. Great at Spanish 1.
That's awesome, dude. that's fucking great. I took German 1 German 1, German 2 freshman and sophomore year at college or high school. Just bang them out. Get my
Right.
language, just bang them out.
That German's fucking hard, dude.
It's not. I mean, well,
No?
I was taking the parallel in 1 and 2, so it wasn't too difficult. But
what
it's very
the,
similar
what is
to
parallel?
the English.
What is parallel? What is
Parallel in our high school was like just normal. There was parallel.
Okay, so
and there
you're
was
where you need
honors.
to be.
Yeah.
Parallel. You weren't a dumb fuck.
Yeah, honors was like for like if honestly, honors was no different than parallel. Really, it was just like a little bit more homework, a little bit more work. So it's like if you wanted to apply yourself, you would do honors.
Yeah.
And it was like a little bit
Then
easier.
there's-
Like the numbers were skewed so that like
Yeah.
it was easier to get an A. Like you could make more mistakes, still get an A. And then there was AP, which is like the real
Yeah,
hardcore shit.
hardcore Korean class.
Yeah,
Just
I
kidding.
never did AP, never would.
I took AP history in LA.
Yeah,
Super fucking easy.
right. History is, I mean, for me and for you, like we had history classes a couple times together. Like they were always pretty like standard.
Dude, history was always the best fucking class,
always
dude.
the best class.
So
man.
good.
Always the best class.
Great teacher.
Oh yeah, I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah, great teacher.
She's my favorite teacher I probably ever had.
Really? Yeah,
She's
she
up
was
there.
great.
There's only a couple up there. Like it's her and one other person have been my
Yeah.
favorite teachers.
And dude, she
Me
was
and her
great.
were fucking tight.
Yeah, dude.
We were tight. Like there was times where I remember I would have to, there was 2 cafeterias in the school, and I
Mhm.
remember I would have to like all my friends were, I was designated to one cafeteria,
Mhm.
but all my friends were in the other one, so I was just
Mhm.
like, fuck it, I'm going to that one.
Yeah.
But you know, they didn't want overcrowding, but it was bullshit. They didn't care about
Riot
overcrowding.
control? What the fuck?
Yeah, no, it was. They were like, well, I'm the authority figure, and you're supposed to go here, so you eat here. That was like
Mhm.
the whole thing. So I would just always like, you know, try to sneak through and walk over to the other cafeteria, and then eventually, like, so many people were doing it, they were catching on and like stopping people. So I remember, usually, like, there'd be a big enough group of us where they would stop like a group of kids, and everyone else could just keep going. So like, you would just try to, you know,
Yeah.
go. And I was one of the ones that was stopped one time. I was like, fuck.
Mhm.
And she was like, "Where are you going?" And I was like, I'm eating lunch in a classroom doing like taking a quiz or something like
Yeah.
that. You know, one of those things. I forget what it was that I said. And like, "Oh yeah, whose classroom?" And I was like, and I said this teacher.
yeah.
Because me and her were tight.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay, so if I go and call her, you're like she'll vouch for it." And I'm like, "Yeah." You know, calling her bluff. 'Cause I'm like, this bitch ain't calling. Like, you know,
Right,
she's not gonna
right.
call every person here's
Yeah.
teacher.
Mhm.
And she fucking called her.
Oh,
And
did she vouch for you?
She fucking covered, dude. She
Dude,
fucking covered.
that's
I saw her
awesome.
like a couple days later, and she was just like, "Hey," she was like, don't ever do that again." And I was like, "What?" Like I was like, "Oh, what are you talking about?"
Yeah.
And she's like, when she called asking for you, and I knew you weren't there. She's like, "I knew what you did," and she's like, "I can't believe."
Dude,
He's doing this.
She's awesome.
But she was like, "Yeah, don't do that again." I was like, all right, I won't put you in that situation. But yeah, me and her, I remember we talked about Bill Clinton, like what, you know, the cigar, like in the vagina thing.
Awesome, dude.
Because like she was like gonna play it in class, but then, like didn't, and then I was like, I like knew what happened. I'm like, why does it? I was like, who cares? We're all adults here. We can handle it. And she's like,
We
yeah,
weren't
but the thing with the
adults.
cigar, we can't be doing that.
Yeah,
I was
right.
like,
She was pretty open, dude. She also taught psychology, so she was like
Yeah.
pretty like,
Dude.
you know, she's cool with people being wacky,
I almost
right?
don't want to tell this story because like
I
it-
know
it
what
kinda
I know what
singles her
story you're
out.
about to tell. Yeah.
But like every psychology class, it was only a 1 semester class. So we had it for a quarter of the year, and it was a great class. I learned a lot. She was a great teacher. She really was a great teacher. But there was always one class period during the psychology course that you would go in this big circle, and everyone would just tell
Oh, I remember. I
some
hated
kind
that
of like
shit.
deep secret about themselves. you
There was
know, some
one
kind of
girl-
thing like that.
Do you remember there was one girl who was like, I look like a cat. So she's like, it's like, fuck off, dude. That's not even that bad.
See, I heard all these great stories of people that have done like from like what they've heard, but like mine was
Mhm.
pretty tame. Some were like, you know, my parents are divorced, and you know they would like pit me against each other, and they use me like that kind of
Yeah.
shit, which is sad. But like nothing you haven't heard on before. Nothing that's like a, you know, an Oscar-winning drama movie. That's the
Yeah.
type of shit I wanted to hear. But then it would always, and I heard other people say that this teacher had said this, and I was always like, bullshit. There's no way any teacher would have said that out loud to their class of high school teenagers. And she goes, when I go to the beach, I have to put a tampon in because I'm afraid a fish is going to swim up my vagina. And I was like, holy shit. She just told that to a classroom full of fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
What
17-year-olds.
the fuck, dude?
Awesome.
And like as soon as she like said, when I go to the beach, I like my eyes lit up. I'm like, oh my god, it's real. It's like as if you like woke
You,
up
like,
in the
heard
middle
the-
of Christmas
yeah.
Eve and you come out and there's a big fucking fat dude
It's
with a red
real.
jacket and you're like, oh my god, it's real.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, man.
I got a pretty fucked up one. This wasn't in this class that I shared for that activity, but so same art class. Ready? We had to make.
Christ.
I was on a. I was
Any
just on
conversation starts like,
devilish.
well, in my art class, it's like
devilish
oh,
tear.
fucking
Me in
Christ.
art classes, dude, we just we can't do business.
The thing is,
it's
like you're guaranteed to have some people that are like there for the art, and they're
Yeah.
usually some characters.
Yeah.
You know, I'm all for the art. Like I dig that.
Give me
but
the
it's
A,
like, you know,
dude.
there are some characters. And then there's the people that are like, this is an easy A.
Yeah.
The teacher basically allows us to do whatever the fuck we want, and it's mayhem.
It's mayhem, dude. It is mayhem. So this project, we had to make some kind of fucking like poster about my life. Similar concept. We had to like share personal things about stuff.
Okay.
I
dig
but
that.
through
I dig
college, I'd always heard people say like, you know, the sadder you make it, like the sadder you can like sell it, you know, the better grade you're gonna get. Because apparently people like thought it was easy. But okay, hold up. You already know it's coming. But so I was like, oh, okay. I just like heard this. So I'm like, okay, well that's what I'm gonna fucking do. And I was like, wait, my life's, you know, I don't want to share anything with these fucking people. Like this college, like fuck them. I was like, I'll just make something up. So I fucking I stroll into this fucking room. I made this board. My dad, right? So when he was at when we lived in California, he met like someone from American Idol, and they were. This is kind of fucked up. So so don't change your opinion of me. But it was all for the. I'm focused.
Told me a lot of fucked up
this
things,
is for the A. I am focused, driven. This is how dedicated I am to get what I want.
to education. Yeah,
not to get what I want.
right.
But so I made this poster.
Yeah,
my dad met like an American Idol person, so I.
Like a contestant.
Yeah, not even. She didn't win or anything, but
Okay, right, yeah.
it looked vague enough where I could sell it. What I'm about to say. So
Right.
I taped it to the board. I'm like, "That's my sister. She died in a drunk driving accident."
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was really bad. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, got an A.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
You've never even had a sister.
never had a sister,
Oh my god.
and I made up some other shit too.
And that
but
was college or high school?
college.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, stood up in front of the room, fucking sold it. They all bought it, dude. I'm pretty sure people were driven to tears. I got an A, dude.
Holy shit.
Pretty fucked, huh? Yep. I did it focused, dude. Driven. That's how I look at it.
Oh my god. I love that.
It's so bad. I don't know what else I made. I like made up some. I made up a. I said that. I still remember what the name I lied about was. It was Layla, and the reason I said it was Layla is because I told her she taught me how to play guitar.
Oh my god.
Dude, there were levels to this fucking lie, right? Like it was locked.
You gotta have levels though.
Air
dude.
fucking tight.
Yeah.
Like I was getting away with this shit, and I did.
Oh my god.
It's great. Yeah.
Well, okay. When you presented it, you had to have some kind of emotion.
Oh yeah, you got to act a little bit.
Were you like?
I wasn't
did you fake
crying
cry
or
or
shit.
anything?
No, I was like, oh, this was a long time ago. You know, I said I was like younger or whatever. But yeah, I mean, I didn't say it like, "Hey, everybody," like kind of a thing. It was like, oh,
my sister is dead.
yeah. But it was like, just I don't know, like subtle. It's fucked up. Yeah, you're dying, dude. It's bad. It's bad. I know it's bad. Like I told my girlfriend what I had done, and she
she hated that.
She hated me. Yeah, I was in the doghouse for a bit.
She's too pure.
It was too like okay. I know.
Nice.
She's like, I'll let the statue slide, but this one's bad.
No, that was
Yeah, that one's bad. Yeah.
Statue. You just use somebody else's
Yeah,
work.
it's funny.
It's just that's not good, but that's
Yeah, you can't trace that back to anybody. There's all kinds of shit going on at the border. You don't know who's who. Like
Yeah, I know.
anyone could have made that shit. There's no
Making
name
up
on
a
the bottom.
fucking sister.
Yeah. Now see that you could prove, but I got away with it because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
could really dig into it. But
Doesn't take much either, dude.
Yeah,
they could
I
literally
know.
just go to your Facebook page. And
nothing,
be like,
dude.
Huh.
Nothing there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I made up some other shit too. Like I don't know. I don't know. But dude, it
Ugh.
worked. It worked.
That's great. I have nothing even remotely close to that.
That's pretty bad. Yeah. I don't tell people. I don't like tell people that's something I did usually. But
Now it's
fuck it, dude. I've been out of college for a while.
Yeah, right. And again, like, dude, honestly, like, there's so many people that do that shit, and like, you're not gonna be running for president, so who gives a fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. And even if you are, like, Joe Biden he plagiarized in college. You
Fuck
know?
it.
Well, yeah, right.
Sorry.
Yeah. That's what it is, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And everyone's like, okay, well, I guess I really don't care.
But yeah, I remember I was always pretty good with speeches, like just naturally, which was always weird. Like I always would be nervous, but I would always did them like relatively well.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I did one and like I never prepared. I was such a fucking shit student. Like I always had good grades in high school. I had average grades in college. I had
Really?
good grades in high school, but like
I was just lazy in college.
yeah, like I was just lazy. I was like I didn't give a shit. I was like I don't care. And like for history, I was into history, so like it wasn't really work to like go to class and like pay attention. It was like this is entertaining. But for like speeches, I was never prepared for speeches. Like I would prepare the day of. Like I would make note cards. Maybe I'd make note cards. A lot of times I just have my speech there and I would just highlight shit. But I wouldn't prepare the night before. I would prepare the day of the speech in my classes before the class I had the speech with, always. And then I would go in and bust it out. And I had this one for English class my sophomore year, and I went up, and that was one of my favorite teachers as well. He was a good teacher too. And but he was also funny. Like he was down to earth, like cool guy. And I remember I finished my speech, did really well enough for him to go up and speak in front of the class about it. And he was like, that's an example of someone who's like prepared really well for their speech. And I'm like, And then he was like, he's like, just for reference, like how much did you prepare? And like I was kind of like a goofball in that class. I was a known like goofball. I'd always like crack jokes and shit. And I was just like, a little bit this morning. And he was just like, all right, well, never mind. Some people are just, I guess, better at it than others. But like, that ended up fucking
You presented it well, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
And I knew the thing was what that helped me was like when I would write stuff like that, because I wrote it. It was like I could remember it easier because I wrote it.
Who gives a shit if you prepared? Like you did it well.
Yeah, right.
Like
yeah,
fuck off.
right.
Yeah.
No, it was just funny how he was like,
yeah.
This is an example of someone who prepared.
That's great, dude.
And I was like, yeah, I didn't do that though.
He just admitted it. I would have been. See, my dumbass would be like, "Oh yeah, 6 hours yesterday, dude."
Yeah, right. But this teacher was like the other one I was mentioned before, where like we were cool with each other, so I knew like they wouldn't give me shit for it. So it was just like, yeah, whatever.
That's awesome.
But yeah, I was kind of a dick sometimes to some teachers in high school. I remember one time there was a German teacher. She was like a lunatic.
Were you an asshole?
Not really. I mean, I was an asshole if I felt they were an asshole, but like I never really got into a lot of trouble because like I didn't do like really bad shit. But like I remember one time I just had my head down, and she like was like, "Don't have your head down." And I was like, "Okay." And I forget I did some other sarcastic bullshit, smart ass thing, and then she just took my desk away.
Dude, that's so savage.
And I was just sitting there, and I was like, "Fuck it." And then now it was like a thing of like, "Fuck you."
Wait, she took your desk,
Took my
so
desk
you had
away.
to stand.
No, I was sitting.
Oh.
They were
on
separate.
the floor.
They were like the seat was separate than the.
Oh.
But so I started being a fucking asshole, and I just like put my hood up and like hung my head because I was like, I'll fucking still put my head down,
dude.
And then she took my fucking chair away.
That's all.
And then she was kind of a lunatic too, but like then I sat on the floor, and then she was like, you can't sit on the floor, you have to be standing, and I was like, I'm fucking sitting down right now.
Yeah.
And then she was like, all right, get out. Like she was like, get out in the hallway, and I was like, where you just put my desk and chair? All right, and I just
That's so awesome. Fuck school, dude. School sucked.
And then she ended up getting pregnant, and then there was a teacher that came in to replace her, and I love that dude. Me and him had a great relationship.
Grand old time.
Yeah. Me and him had a great relationship. He quoted Billy Madison to me one time. Like we were doing a little fun like competition study thing, and like I got an answer wrong, and he did that quote where Billy Madison gets the answer wrong, and the guy's like just rips him apart, and he's just like, now everyone in this room is now stupider having listened to me. He said that to me
funny.
in front of the class, but I knew what he was doing. They both started cracking up.
That's great.
Yeah, he was a good guy. I always liked him.
I had a vice principal who would just call kids dumbass and like shit like that. Like, way to go, idiot. Like things like that.
I fucking love that.
It's so funny, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, he stopped working there when I was there.
Yeah,
I don't know what
why,
happened.
dude.
Yeah, he would call kids like idiot and like stupid. He was really cool, but like if you like said some smarts, they'd be like, "Oh, real funny asshole," like just to like little kids.
I love that.
Which is, and the kid, like if you're a little 13-year-old boy, like you think that shit's funny, so you're not like.
Plus,
not,
like I feel like kids respect that more because you're talking to them like you talk to another adult, so like they feel like you're just being like you're respecting them more almost. Like
right. It's like you think it's funny.
You think they're more mature, so they enjoy that.
Yeah, I remember that there was a gym teacher, and so we had this fucking guy in the boys' locker room. His name was Marco, and he was like a janitor, but only for like the men's locker room or something like that.
Okay.
So I guess the girls too.
Job,
it's like a step
hell?
below the janitor.
Yeah, right.
And like Marco,
like you're not responsible enough to clean the whole school in the bathroom. You go one locker room.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, the kids change. They go out. Marco fucking locks the the showers
Mark
or
as a janitor.
the room every time the kids go out to do gym or whatever, or PE.
Yeah, right. So
And
people won't steal
so people
shit.
don't go in and like hang out in there or whatever.
Right. Do drugs.
We come back, and every time we come back, there's always like 900 kids banging on the door saying, Marco, open the fucking door. Like mobs of people. Marco, freaking the fuck out. And then the gym teacher it goes on for like years. Like it just becomes a running gag. Everyone bangs on the door and
Right.
screams Marco when we come back.
Right.
So the gym teacher gets fucking wind of this after 2 fucking years or whatever it is. And he's like, the next person that yells Marco is getting in a shit ton of trouble. Kid rolls up behind him and goes, Marco! Screams. Coach turns around and goes, come here, genius. Never saw that kid again, I swear to God.
You fucking killed him, dude. He's buried in his backyard, man.
I never saw that kid again. I don't know where he went or whatever, but
He's dead, man.
I don't know.
He's in the
Just-
fucking LA River somewhere.
Like he fucking like crouched over and fucking screamed, Marco.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dude, middle school and high school teenagers are some of the most ruthless, but some of the funniest
It's so
people
funny.
in the world, man.
Oh, that's
Oh,
something that
shit,
sticks
dude.
out to me.
Oh. Oh man.
And we had this one kid in PE too, who was like a just straight white boy stoner, long hair, like, all about hippie stuff.
Right, Pink
Super,
Floyd
like,
man, yeah.
kind of like loner type of deal.
Yeah.
Gym teacher just fucking hates this kid, right? I don't know what the deal is, right? But he just fucking
Dude, gym teachers don't
Dude,
like
he
kids and boys that are in touch with
I
their
know.
feelings, man.
First, the coach Indris was his name. He was like straight, like served in Vietnam, like super, like
Oh,
shaven, like
yeah,
straight,
dude.
like super by
Well,
the
he
book.
sees that and he sees those fucking
Yeah.
hippie yuppies
Yeah,
spitting on him on
no,
the fucking way back, dude.
I'm thinking like that's probably fucking why he hated the
Yeah,
kid so
yeah.
much. But like it just would fucking dig into this kid, like fucking
Oh, God,
hated
this
him.
is
He
awful.
would have to we would play basketball outside, and we would put all the we could all carry our own balls to the place. But the coach goes, no, we're putting them in this fucking bin with wheels on it, and this fucking hippie kid, you're pushing the fucking
My
cart.
God.
So when
Jesus
we gotta go
Christ,
down,
this
it's
poor
like
kid.
we go down this little like ramp to get to the basketball court or whatever, right? Kid trips.
Oh my God.
Basketballs fall over, going
Oh my
everywhere, all over the court, dude. The
Oh.
coach says, "Everyone stop." He goes, "Good one, Marsh." That was the kid's last name. He goes, "Pick them all up,
Oh my God.
push them back."
That's
Just
so
made this.
fucked
It
up,
was so
man.
messed up. Yeah, but just fucking
poor
would
kid.
dig into this kid.
Oh God. So much damage done, man.
I know. It's
so
terrible.
Much damage. Oh man.
Hilarious though. School was a crazy time.
It is, dude. It really like high school is like it's the Wild West. It's
Yeah.
it's mad.
It is.
I don't know
just-
how people are teachers. I really don't know how they do it, dude.
Yeah,
I feel like so many. Like if I was a teacher, I'd end up putting a kid through a fucking window just because like, I
Right.
couldn't handle it, dude.
yeah. I don't. My mom's a first grade teacher. No clue how she
First
does
grade,
it.
like they're young enough where like they take your threats seriously, but like high school, they're
Yeah.
like, psh,
They know you have the power, but you're not wiping their ass at the same
yeah,
time.
right. They're
Yeah,
like, you're
so
not
that's
gonna hit
good.
me, dude. I know. Like
Yeah.
you yell at me loud enough, and I get a video of it, your fucking ass is fired, dude.
Yeah.
Tenure. Or
You
not.
know how much power you have
Yeah,
and what
like-
you can say. Dude, how are so many kids like having affairs with teachers?
I don't know, man.
How do they do that? Like, what do they say to the teacher?
I don't know. Yeah. Do you think kid approaches teacher or teacher approaches kid?
Dude, I think kid approaches teacher all day.
Really?
I think all day, dude.
I just feel like I feel like a teacher approaching a kid like it's a safe bet.
You
It's
think?
like not usually,
Yeah.
depending on the attractiveness of the teacher and depending on the kid and what his vulnerability is or what their vulnerability
Dude, because
is.
like I'm saying like I'm saying teacher approaches or kid approaches teacher if it's kid is a boy and teacher's a
Okay.
girl.
Yeah.
That's
I
what I'm
don't really
saying.
see
I think
girls going out of their way too
man
much.
teacher targets child, and that's
right,
fucked up.
right, yeah.
Dude, see, but like I don't know if
But no,
I have a
I also feel like though, like most of what you hear about, like when there's fair shit that comes out, I feel like most of what you hear about is like that's the teacher going to the kid because like I feel like if the kid goes to the teacher 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be like get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Like you're lucky I don't fucking send you to the office. But like when the teacher goes to the kid, 100% success rate.
yeah.
Like yep, all right. Let's do it, Mrs. Smith. Fuck yeah. This is awesome.
Dude, have you seen that South Park where like Kyle's younger brother is banging the teacher and they're all like, nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that's how I kind of feel. Like I get it. Like,
Yeah, man.
I mean, if they're really like, I don't know, maybe they took something up the butt or something. That's too far.
Yeah, and I mean, there's also, like, they could like manipulate them and
Right.
fuck with their feelings too.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
that,
That
yeah.
that's messed up.
Yeah.
Not good. But
Especially like with kids at that age, it's like they're still developing. They're so like vulnerable emotionally that you can really fuck a kid up
dude,
by doing that. But
you know,
but I feel like there's also we've also seen like some situations where the kid was just like, dude, it was awesome.
yeah, right.
I don't even care. That
I don't
it's
even
over. Like,
no
I
regret.
felt no emotion toward her, but it was great sex. Like,
No regrets.
yeah,
Had my first sexual experience with my teacher.
yeah, right.
Crazy. It's always a teacher that has to have something going on in their life, right? Like maybe they can't keep a
Yeah.
marriage together, or
Right.
they can't like something's chaotic for someone
Yeah.
older like that
Yeah.
to like get with the
It's
younger
not.
guy and
It's such a dumb decision.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, I feel like you got to be in some vulnerable state.
Oh, what this
It's like-
15-year-old's not going to tell every single
Right.
person he knows about this? Of course he is.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not gonna brag to his other hormonal friends.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Of course it's going to get out.
Right.
Why would you do it?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
You
And
just-
some of them have like relationships and shit too. Like my girlfriend's high school, the teacher like wrote letters and shit to one of the kids, and like
Wow.
yeah, it was like
Wow.
recently. I think it was like creepy.
Dude,
yeah.
my girlfriend's high school. Her high school was a real
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
rodeo.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, it was some crazy shit went down there. But
That high school was like below us. It was like the middle.
that is
yeah.
the worst high school in the area.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like she makes jokes about it a lot. She's like, oh yeah, they're like they're-
Animals.
like
Savages.
the lowest test scores of any of like the public schools in this area. Like it's the worst. Up there, it's the worst.
Mhm.
But yeah, she knew multiple students, like multiple of I guess her friends, quote unquote, or people that she was just associated with that she knew had some type of relationship with teachers, and like some had gotten caught,
What
some
the
hadn't.
fuck?
The guy eventually, or maybe that was just two teachers banging. That's what it was. With this situation I'm thinking of now, like there were two teachers that were both married to separate people, were having an affair together, and then the one teacher knocked up the other one, and then everything fell apart, and like they both got divorced, and then they got together, still teaching at the school, like, yeah. But yeah, she knew, multiple kids that like had like affairs with teachers, which is
Could they prove it, or are they just saying that?
one that I remember. Yeah, she could prove it because like she
Fuck.
had like she's seen text messages and shit like that. Like it
Oh
was
my
for
God.
sure happening. But
That's crazy.
yeah, there's more details I could say, but I don't want to say like they're
Right.
too detailed.
Well, I guess
to,
we don't really hear about it if it's not a problem with like.
yeah,
the
like it
bar-
never got out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
It's but the thing is it was interesting because like it was the person, the student was a girl,
Mm-hmm.
and like that it was like no, it's just sex. Like there was no like there was no like manipulation, no emotion. It was just like, yeah, I wanted to fuck him, he wanted to fuck me. It's over. Like,
Oh, you couldn't go to a bar or something like that.
right?
Like,
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But yeah, dude,
so weird.
it is.
School, dude. So you really like there's a hidden curriculum in school where you just like you learn that there's crazy fucking people out in the world and you have to go to the same places as them every
Yeah,
day and
right.
deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay.
This exists.
Yeah.
This is not just in movies. Yeah.
So when you go out into the real world and you have to work with those people, you're like, okay, well, this dude's an asshole.
Yeah,
Kind of a
right.
deal.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
learn that some people are just fucking crazy and there's not much you can do. It's actually back to the teacher banging. Remember one time my buddy, I hate saying buddy. I feel like I hate when people call me buddy.
Buddy. Dude,
Yeah,
that's
like,
such a.
hey, buddy. Like, what, am I a dog? Am I fucking 4 years old? No.
It's like they're trying to do a power move on you.
That's what it feels like to me. Like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I don't really
Like,
look into it. It's just, I don't get called that a lot. I get man a lot. People say, "Hey, man."
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Cause maybe that's because how I say it to people.
Yeah.
That is what I say.
Plus, you're younger too, so like it's I feel like it's
Yeah.
a thing of like they can get away with that because they know like this guy's probably cool. He's
Yeah.
young, you know. But my friend turned 18, senior year of high school, and we were leaving gym, going right to lunch, and we always had last lunch if you had gym
Mhm.
during the lunch period. And there was a gym teacher that was a woman that was not like insanely hot, but like she was attractive for being a teacher.
A gym teacher?
A gym teacher, yeah.
Mm.
And we were like just kind of standing in the doorway, like waiting to leave. And me and him were just like kind of goofing off, shooting the shit. And she walked by, and like me as a joke, because me and him were together, like we were constantly like messing with each other, like trying to like embarrass each other or embarrass other people or like fuck with other people, but not like in a mean way, just like in like weird, like just making people like go like, what did you just say, and like just that kind of stupid shit. But she walks by, and I'm like, hey, like it's his birthday. You're gonna wish him happy birthday, like as a joke. And she's like, oh, like happy birthday. Like how old are you? And he goes, he was like 18.
Oh no.
And she goes, oh, finally legal. And like starts walking away, and we were both like didn't do anything at first, and then we were like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
What,
that's
did she just say that?
weird.
And then he was like, okay, all right, this is awesome, but nothing came of it. He would have like any teenager, if it did happen, they would have fucking told everybody. Like,
Of course.
yeah,
Naturally.
yeah. What else are you gonna do? You know, you're gonna sit on that information? Are you
No, of
kidding me?
course
You're the
not.
king of the fucking school.
Yeah, plus you can like I wouldn't do this, but it would never happen to me in the first place to bang a teacher. What? That would never happen to me. But anyways,
Right.
you could like use that to your advantage, dude. Now you got some power.
Technically could, yeah. You could blackmail
I'm
the
getting
person.
a fucking
yeah.
A on the next test, dude. I'm fucking tweeting this shit. It's going live.
You just have it saved to your drafts on your Twitter. You're like, go ahead. Go ahead. Oh, you're saying turnitin.com had a 99% plagiarism rate? You know, go ahead.
Yeah, right.
You know, like fucking do it, dude. I dare you. I'll pull this fucking trigger. You son of a bitch.
Turnitin.com fucking sucked. I remember when I first got like taught about that shit. Terrible, dude.
Ruined it for everybody.
We could at least at college we could see like what it would spit out, so
yeah,
that
you
was
could,
good.
Yeah, but in high school it was like, nope. If you plagiarized, like it was taking a gamble. I never did ever actually.
I did, but here's how I got around
You brought
Turnitin.com.
you bought a Mexican sculpture from a guy in Mexico. That's how
No,
you got
not
around
that.
it.
But for essays, what I would do is I
Put
would
quotations at the
no. I
beginning and the end
would
of it.
copy and paste just something blatantly from like an article or something,
Right.
and I would put it in to this summary generator thing. So it takes data
get
and
the fuck outta
and
here.
fucking. I'm really good at cheating.
You
Like,
are,
I'm
yeah,
really fucking
yeah.
good. So you put it into the.
That's why you're great at sales. Dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's not cheating. There, sales is all about honesty, right? But here, you put it into the summary generator and it changes all the words. Or
Right.
paraphrase generator is what it was.
Right.
And it would just change the words and it couldn't pick it up.
Damn.
Dude, it's great.
Yeah, you had this shit locked down.
I got
dude.
them locked down, dude.
Yeah.
I got a diploma.
Here we are.
I think I deserve one just for thinking outside the box like that.
Dude, I mean, there's that dude from Catch Me If You Can, who's now like
Dude,
working for the FBI as like an anti-fraud person.
That guy's
like,
my hero.
You know what I mean? He fucking cheated. He cheated his way to the top.
Right.
Cheated his way to the top.
Fake it till you make it, dude.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Respect it.
I remember also in school, we would like, so when we would dress out, we would like have to run.
Right.
Like in middle school, it was like we get out, change into our regular clothes, and then we would like wait for the bell to ring, and then we would only have like 3 minutes to get to the next class. So it was like people were just sprint to like get to the next class, and kids would get trampled, dude. And no one cared.
Oh, yeah.
No one cared.
Wait, would people actually get knocked over and like?
Yeah, knocked over, stomped on. Yeah, dude,
Jesus.
it was just animals.
Wow.
Hordes of people. No one got like killed or hurt
But,
severely,
yeah,
but
but still,
people
it's-
got hurt. People fell down. Oh yeah,
Damn,
good men
man.
were lost.
It was always
Okay.
mayhem, but it was never like that much of a mad rush in my high school. I mean, it was also your high school, but you went to the other one the first 2 years. But it was always just super fucking crowded.
Yeah.
But like other than that, it was just people just be pissed off at each other, but they get over it. You know.
I mean, we did fucking a long podcast.
Yeah, we
today.
went on there for the end there for a while, but great conversation. So I guess that'll do it.
Next week.
Next week. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you again to bensounds.com for the intro outro music. That is it. Have a great week. See you all next week.